The criticism that was thrown in my face has been consistent throughout my career. I'm an idiot. I'm a dumb bimbo. I don't know what I'm talking about.
What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Until it's bright out. God damn, dude. Yo, fuck this refugee, okay? Oh, just another lonely night. You are cancer in this community, and you're cancer in every community. Suck my dick. Are you willing to sacrifice your life? I can't stand any of you dumb f***s in this goddamn chat. Oh my fuck God, I hate the left. I hate liberalism. I hate everything that's going on every single day of the goddamn week.
Hasan Piker, arguably one of the most controversial streamers of all time. Part of that is due to his extreme political stances, but as you can tell by recent drama involving him, it's not just due to him being a leftist. Even before he became Twitch's golden boy, Hasan has always been getting into scuffles with other online creators around him, where he doesn't always come out on top. However, he's normally able to swerve off these controversies due to his public image, one he's crafted over the years to seem like a trustworthy figure to his audience. But today, I'll be turning that apart. Though before we get started, I'm going to address some common smear tactics used by Hasan's community. 1. I'm not some retarded Destiny fanboy. I didn't get any of these clips from DGG. In fact, me and Destiny don't like each other, because I like making pedophile jokes about him. I wonder why Destiny's degenerate community is defending his takes on Zoophilia.
That's me!
The same community that's currently defending Destiny for having potential CP in his possession.
Yes!
She's 13 years old now.
Oh, dang it! Well, I'm out of here. Goodbye, everyone.
Sick reference.
Second, none of these Hasan clips I'll be showing are taken out of context. About 98% of them came from the original VODs, and I'll be putting the date of each one at the upper left-hand corner. These can be found on 3 separate VOD channels that will be linked in the description below. Third, if you're someone who's not going to watch this full video, don't bother leaving some inflammatory comments or try to strawman me. Actually try to engage with the arguments I'm making. With all that out of the way, I think it's best to begin with how Hasan became a streamer in the first place. Hasan Piker was born in New Jersey, but spent much of his childhood in Istanbul, Turkey, where he was raised Muslim. His father is Mehmet Basit Piker, a political scientist and economist who worked at Sabancı Holding, an industrial and financial conglomerate in Turkey. He even served as vice president of the company at one point, and is also described as the founding member of the Future Party, a conservative political party in Turkey. Despite what Hasan says, he grew up rich, no doubt. In a recent interview with Katie Drummond, he mentions growing up fairly affluent and not having to worry about making ends meet or getting a job. Hasan's mother is Olker Sadef Piker, an architectural historian at the New Jersey Institute of Technology. In an old Facebook post, Hasan also mentions her owning commercial real estate properties, which is really bizarre because of how viciously he hates landlords.
Well, my understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. Murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude. Oh my god, in a video game, of course.
NFL
Holy
streets,
shit.
right?
Holy fucking shit, dude. Sorry. I meant in a video game.
He only wants to kill his mother in a video game. It's okay, guys. In his early adult life, Hasan would have had to join the Turkish military, as that country still has conscription laws put in place. However, his parents managed to pay his way out of service, as described in a 2022 episode of the FLAGRANT podcast.
Everyone has to serve in the military. Every able-bodied male has to serve in the military, either after high school or after college, depending on, if you go to the college, you go to the officer's rank, which is like a little bit shorter. If you study abroad or something, or if you work abroad overseas, you can do foreigner service, which is like super short, it's like 28 days. And there's always like, financial compensation. You can like pay your way out of it.
Now Hasan says that he actually wanted to go into service, but his dad said he'd disown him if he did.
Yeah, I thought it would be good. Like, I thought it'd be good for, I'd be even more fit. And my dad was like, I'll disown you. He literally said, like, I didn't spend this much money on you to fucking go and, like, die in a mountaintop somewhere, you fucking idiot. Like,
God, he's talking to you like he's an NFL owner.
Yeah, no, literally. Yeah. He was like, what do you mean? Like,
I spent all this money on you for you to go skiing? Yeah.
He's like, 23, 24 years of, like, fucking spending money on you, or at least up into 18. All this education, we're not going to put that to waste. You're going to go Your big ass is gonna pop out of the fucking trenches somewhere. Boom, you're done.
Yeah.
Some Kurdish sniper is gonna fucking dome you. No shot. So I was like, all right.
Sometime around 2009, Hasan would move to America and attend the University of Miami. However, he was less focused on studying and instead spent much of his first semester partying and having sex with random girls. In a Cosmopolitan article, Hasan claims he grew up horny in a repressed culture, wanting to move because they're saying in Turkey that, when you go to America, the girls ask to fuck. He also mentions working as a nightclub promoter and describes a shitty pickup line he used. I pulled the worst fucking line I've ever pulled on a girl, which still probably works to this day whenever I say it. I said, let's get out of here, because I can't do the things I want to do to you in here. They then went to a nearby apartment complex to do the deed, with Hasan's back bleeding the entire time as he chose to fuck this girl over a gravel staircase. He's not the brightest bulb in the box, I'll say that much. Because of his low GPA, his parents held an intervention, motivating him to transfer to Rutgers University in New Jersey. There, he studied communications and political science, eventually graduating in 2013. His passion for political debates would grow after this, as Hasan would have frequent discussions of his conservative-leaning fraternity brothers. I can just imagine these frat bros partying and Hasan barging into the room and spouting,
Oh my god, like, can we talk about, like, the political and economic state of the world right now?
Hasan soon moved from New Jersey to California to work with his uncle, the one and only Cenk Uygur. Cenk is the founder of the Young Turks, a left-wing news program started in 2002. He has his own list of controversies that I won't dive into here, but he's known for his various inflammatory statements.
I believe that if I were the benevolent dictator of the world, I would legalize bestiality where you are giving, where you are pleasuring the animal. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. Now why? Why did that happen? It's the dumbest thing I've said.
It really is the dumbest thing you said. But
No, I'll tell you why. Because was the case that we covered where there was like a guy or a girl or something that was pleasuring a horse, and the horse came to a conclusion, right? So who got harmed?
you know that people who are, okay, look, not to be a downer about what you're saying, because what you're saying sounds kind of funny, but a lot of people who are being raped can actually like have an orgasm. So like if a guy is being raped, he can have an orgasm. Like you can't say, oh, okay, if you come, that means you wanted it. That's not the right way to go.
But number one, you're being an unbelievable downer.
I am, but that's the truth.
Number two, they're not both humans. Number three, I mean, if you really asked the horse, did you mind? The answer's gotta be, no. Do you see what I'm saying? No.
This is such an awkward conversation.
It is. All
yeah.
right, I'm gonna leave it be, okay?
In 2013, Hasan got hired as an intern for the Young Turks, later working in the sales department after graduating college. He obviously got the job due to his family connections, which is why many describe him as a Nepo baby.
You're familiar with Maya Hawke, and she says, yeah, I'm a Nepo baby, and I accept it. I do have a specific example that kind of counters what she said there, even though I agree with what she's saying, right?
And I have a specific example of someone that worked here that has said something very similar to her.
Oh, interesting. Okay, It can't be your nephew because he has no self-awareness.
The Young Turks was already a massive brand by the early 2010s, and Hasan wished to become part of its on-screen talent. He kept begging producers to put him on camera when a fill-in was needed, finally catching a big break when the TYT University YouTube channel was launched. This acted more as a lifestyle channel aimed at college students, with its content having more in common with college humor than anything on the main TYT account. Hasan appeared as the host of Bro Tip, a weekly series where Hasan gives dating advice as this douchey frat bro persona.
This week's Bro Tip is brought to you by Batman.
Just kidding. This week's Bro Tip is still brought to you by me, Hasan Piker, because Mark Register failed to assassinate me.
This was during the era of YouTube where shock value was king, and most jokes were meant to inflame people by being as over the top as possible.
Leave your comments and ideas and opinions that I really truly care about in the section below, and if you don't, I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna have sex with your dog.
Like uncle, like nephew. Based on these archive pages, it's clear that the series was poorly received by viewers, especially due to the amount of pedophile jokes. In one episode, he makes reference to Hannah Montana, a character who was underage for most of her series run.
I want to say thank you to Miley Cyrus for showing off her camel toe at the VMAs the other night. If the 15-year-old Hasan Piker from high school watching Miley Cyrus on the Disney Channel, yes, I used to do that, would fucking see where she is now, he would give me a mental high five across time and land and space. I always knew Hannah Montana was a little fucking slut. Don't even try to hide it.
Oh, and then there's this infamous moment.
Come back again next week when we discuss the legendary question of all time. Old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark?
I'm glad your editors added that text in there, Hasan, because you would have been fucked. Now, I'm not going to pretend to be morally outraged by this. They're just shitty jokes from 12 years ago. Though that doesn't stop Hasan from doing that to people he doesn't like. Oh, Ethan Klein had a Reddit account called Pedo Troll where he makes shitty pedo jokes? Well, I'm gonna morally grandstand about it, even though they're from 12 years ago.
I don't know what compels someone to make like pedo jokes like this, especially with this frequency, but most of the fucking greatest hits are what you expect. Talking about eating shit. Just like fetishizing poop for some fucking weird reason. And also simultaneously making a lot of really gross statements about pedophilia and being a pedophile. And I mean, it's clearly like a troll account. I just don't understand why you would troll that way. Like, I don't understand who it's for.
Old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark?
In 2016, Hasan would be given another shot at being an on-camera talent. He appeared as the main host of The Breakdown, a series where Hasan discusses various political and cultural topics.
Back then, the Washington, D.C. consensus was that entitlement programs, including Social Security, simply had to be cut to balance the nation's books. Tough luck, old people, but all these pointless foreign wars are not going to pay for themselves.
The series had a much better reception than Bro Tip, though if you read the comments, many jokingly refer to him as Cenk's nephew, as really, that's all he is. Hasan probably saw this as well, motivating him to escape the shadow of the Young Turks. He began uploading to YouTube in 2018, while also streaming on Twitch, playing video games. During these streams, Hasan would occasionally discuss politics, clearly inspired by his favorite content creator at the time, Destiny. Destiny became aware of Hasan after his debate with right-wing influencer Charlie Kirk, which he was able to do through his connections with the Young Turks. Destiny was critical of Hasan's performance, though the two hashed things out on stream and swapped debate tactics.
Well, let's see what happens with fucking Sam Cedar in like half an hour. But in any case, all right, I gotta go. I have to pee so bad. I'm just gonna raid Destiny because you guys all have expressed how much you fucking love Destiny, and a lot of you probably came here from Destiny stream anyway. So that's what I'm gonna go do right now. No, seriously, like everyone originally was like, oh, Destiny's a suck dem, he sucks, blah. And like now, after this like 3-hour conversation, everyone's in love with you. They're like, oh my God, he sounds so great. He sounds so awesome.
Thanks, I try my hardest.
Hasan clearly saw Destiny as a sort of mentor to him, someone to help guide him through the newly evolving world of political Twitch streaming. Though if you ask Hasan nowadays, he'll claim he paved this path all on his own.
I just made my own choices and built my own business model, I guess, if I were to use a term like that. I paved it on my own because I thought, like, this is a concept that I think is cool, gaming. This is a concept that I think you can marry with gaming.
The two would become great friends and even hang out with each other in person, with the first instance of this being a 2018 Halloween stream.
Okay. Oh, I was gonna say, do you want to go out later, or are you into like going out and shit? You need a Halloween costume.
Listen, I am a professional streamer because I play video games inside my house all day. Okay. Yeah. I'm not much for the going out type.
No.
Unless you got a politics debate lined up for me, okay?
No, fuck no, dude. We're gonna go out. We're gonna party. There's gonna be models. You'll like it.
Listen, I will tomorrow, possibly. Okay. I've got plans tonight, but like maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after weekend.
Oh.
Hasan is talking to this guy like he's asking out his crush. There's more tension here than most romance books. It's palpable.
If Destiny was my roommate, I'd get him laid all the time.
Their connection was so strong that people were legitimately shipping them, both ironically and unironically. Someone on Wattpad even wrote a fanfiction, Destiny and Hasan, a story of romance and deception. Here's a brief excerpt. Hasan gripped Steven's shoulder and spun him around, then pushed him backwards so Steven's back hit his apartment door. Was the sound of the moan that escaped his lips. He looked up submissively into Hasan's big brown eyes, his favorite color. You want this? Destiny gulped. He looked off to the side, exposing his cheek, his reluctance to give himself to passion apparent to Hasan. Hasan leaned in slowly, his soft, warm breath pulsing over Destiny's cheek. Jesse was right. Destiny is a feminine name. He placed a gentle kiss on his cheek. Destiny felt his... Okay, fuck, I'm stopping right there. While their friendship started out strong, they'd soon grow divided over their political differences. While both were on the left, Hasan had more radical positions on various topics.
I think he was a little bit more, he was farther left than he let on. So like, I was a social democrat, he was a social democrat. But back in those days, like 2018, when people said they were a social democrat, they really meant socialist, but they just didn't want to say it. So he was farther left than me, and we had a lot of deep divides in our approach to politics.
There wasn't one singular incident that tore apart their friendship. It was a slow decay that only escalated in the summer of 2019. Hasan would put out a video criticizing Kamala Harris. Destiny heavily disagreed with this video and began reviewing it on stream. About 50 minutes in, Hasan calls in and begins lambasting Destiny, criticizing the toxicity of his chat.
Okay, but the school itself...
Also, God, it's so fucking frustrating. Oh, God, I can't read your fucking chat. Oh, my God. Like, instead of... it, like, this is genuinely a problem where we're having a semantics argument over something that I admit is probably could have been worded better. And then that is enough for so many people to be like, oh, Hasan is a fucking incel. Like, there's people in your chat saying like, Hasan's incel is showing. And it's so fucking annoying that you guys are supposed to be my fucking allies, that you would be so critical and so uncharitable in this circumstance just because Destiny is like even looking at this from a critical perspective. This is something that really frustrates me. Sorry, I'm gonna calm the fuck down. But it is genuinely infinitely fucking... Alright, whatever.
The thing is, Hasan doesn't actually have a problem with Destiny's chat. At least most of the time. He loves how rowdy his fanbase is.
Dude, your fans are crazy. I mean, they're awesome. They love you. And yeah.
Yeah, they can be a little eccentric sometimes.
No, I have no problem with them. I think they're dope.
Okay.
I'm jealous of how you've cultivated such a rabid fan base.
Oh, I mean, it took like 9 years to do it, so.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I think like live streaming is a good format for that, I guess.
The problem is that they're now critical of Hasan, something he can't stand. Something you'll quickly learn about Hasan is that he responds poorly to criticism, despite trying to portray himself as a tough guy who seeks it out.
I've gotten numb to the criticism. Like, it's not. As a matter of fact, I seek it out now because I make content out of it. I think it's funny and fun.
Throughout this debate, things get pretty heated, with Hasan commonly referring to Destiny as a reactionary. Destiny at one point hangs up on Hasan due to them constantly talking over each other, though he soon joins back in. Hasan slowly walks back some of his previous positions, though it's done with as much hesitancy as possible.
I am so defeated, dude. Like, you've owned me into oblivion, Destiny. I'm at... it's 10:30. I still haven't eaten anything yet. What did I say?
Okay, listen, I love you very much. We don't have to go through this whole thing, but like...
No.
Initially, listen.
There was also an infamous moment on the Raj Royale, a show put on by one of Hasan's friends, where Destiny steals Hasan's thunder.
In these ways, minority people can't really exercise racism against majority people because they don't really have the status or the power in society in order to do so.
I vote for Destiny. It's like I wish Destiny could just come in at the beginning and give us the right answer right away instead of making us wait.
So we didn't have to list a fucking Hasan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it makes me feel like we have the cheat sheet right here.
Honestly, like,
it's funny because like the only
it's
way
such a fucking retarded thing to say. Like, I'm sorry, but like, if you can't comprehend the fucking shit that I'm saying, it's on you, okay? I'm doing as best as I'm doing.
Hey, Wes.
You said the R word.
He literally said the exact same thing that I just said. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
You can say retard on Twitch. Zenithop says it all the time.
Fuck Twitch then.
No, wait.
Though the final straw was a debate in November 2019, which stemmed from Destiny's use of the gamer word. During the aftermath of this, Hasan would crash out on stream at a slight jab Destiny made towards him.
Nothing I do is performative. So I'm not going to, for instance, I'll use Hasan as an example. I'm not going to talk to a black person like Trihex and say, hey, the N-word, it's always black. What do you think black people...
What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy shit, dude.
Excuse me.
Holy fucking shit, dude.
I apologize.
Ever since 2019, Hasan has attempted to rewrite history, removing Destiny from it like Stalin did to Trotsky, though fans who remember are quick to remind him.
We allowed in here, y'all?
Destiny made you.
You good?
What fucking loser.
Probably the most famous Hasan controversy was his statements regarding September 11th, 2001. In August 2019, Hasan was reacting to episode 1337 of the Joe Rogan Experience featuring Dan Crenshaw, current US representative from Texas. He gets quickly enraged while watching the episode, as Joe and Dan discuss military bases in foreign countries.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it, I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering and training
In a video
and
game.
equipping and enhancing their capabilities. So that's part of what we're doing. And the other part is just knowledge. We want to know what's happening.
Like, we fucking totally brought it on ourselves, dude. Holy shit. We did. We fucking did in a video game.
Now, some of his fans like to present this as Hasan being rationally angry at Dan, making an argument that America's imperialist tendencies made it justifiable for outside forces to attack us. But in reality, Hasan was disengaged from the conversation and was having a roid rage moment. Leading up to the infamous clip, Joe and Dan were discussing the importance of American military bases, explaining why they're crucial to foreign relations.
So many people that have, a cursory understanding of foreign policy, they look at our military bases overseas and they say, hey, let's bring those people back. Let's end these wars. Let's stop spending this money. But you're not the only one that's told me this, and particularly not the only one that's told me this that has a military background, saying it's virtually impossible to prevent any of this stuff without having bases over there.
That's 100% right. Yeah, I mean, and you need that relationship with the host nation, of course, that you want to partner with, and that's generally what we do, especially in the special operations community. When we're in 100+ countries, we're there to partner with them. We're not there doing our own thing. We're there partnering and training and equipping and enhancing their capabilities. So that's part of what we're doing. The other part is just knowledge. We want to know what's happening. If we don't know what's happening, why do we have embassies everywhere?
Now, Hasan could bring up a decent counterpoint and refute what they were saying, but he'd rather froth at the mouth about how 3,000 innocent people needed to die to prove a point.
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it, I'm saying it.
Hasan doesn't even let Dan finish his point, as he goes on to address concerns related to American imperialism.
So, and again, I think it is reactionary to just assume that we have bad intentions all the time and that everything is America's fault. I hear that constantly, mostly coming from the left, but that isolationist sentiment certainly comes from the right as well. And it's a reaction. It's a reaction to the Iraq War and some of the mistakes we made there. It's a reaction to Vietnam. That's never left the American psyche in many ways. But these matters are complex, and they deserve complex reasoning and analysis and a little nuanced understanding. And I just think that's how we should look at it. We don't say that we're always right. That's not what I'm saying.
Right after saying America deserves 9/11, Hasan mocks Dan's eye, which he lost in combat 7 years prior.
Soft power is the exact same as hard power. Soft power, embassies, diplomacy, exact same thing as military bases. I can't do this. This guy has the understanding of foreign policy of like a 12-year-old. What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with this dude? Didn't he go to war and like literally lose his eye because some mujahideen, a brave fucking soldier, fucked his eye hole with their dick? Isn't that how he lost his fucking dumbass eye? Because he got his fucking eye hole fucked by a brave soldier?
Him wearing a shirt with the word molding on it is the icing on the cake. Bro just went on a rant, fantasizing about Dan getting raped by terrorists. Yet I'm supposed to believe this is the progressive Joe Rogan of the left? And yes, I know his statement is a reference to the ending of Rambo 3, even though it stems from a hoax. Despite Hasan's attempts at obscuring this stream, he would still get a 1-week ban from Twitch, the longest ban he's ever gotten from the platform. Dan Crenshaw himself would respond only a day later, having this to say when he went on Fox News.
Well, wow, he was triggered, wasn't he? I mean, that is the definition of a leftist getting triggered. Doesn't like what he's hearing, he disagrees with it, doesn't understand foreign policies. Mentioned something about being 12 years old. Yeah, I have almost 12 years of experience actually deploying overseas. So maybe that's what he meant when he said 12 years. I don't know. But he clearly doesn't know much. And when you don't know much about foreign policy, you get really mad when people disagree with you. And if you can't argue your point, you tend to insult people. And man, that is exactly the outrage culture that we have right now. He is a perfect example of it. He's trying to walk his comments back now. Good on him for trying to do that.
Dan would also respond on Twitter, mocking Hasan for being an unfunny twat, saying he's no Pete Davidson. That exact same day, a response was issued on the Young Turks YouTube channel. Cenk brought on his nephew in order to salvage his reputation, and it went as well as you could expect. It feels like a dad forcing his son to apologize to their neighbor for breaking their window.
Listen, you're on because you said some things that a lot of people, including myself, find very offensive. You did not say it on the Young Turks Network. You said it on your own Twitch channel. So we're gonna take him one at a time and have a conversation about it.
Throughout, Cenk gives Hasan enough time to explain his critiques of Dan's foreign policy positions, to which Hasan explains that he was egregiously taken out of context.
You said America deserved 9/11. Did you mean that?
No. Obviously not, especially considering the fact that while that is a very viral quote that is going around currently, if those people were at least even remotely charitable or cared about the actual truth of what I was talking about, they would understand that within context, I was simply referencing the fact that all of the foreign policy decisions and our arming of insurgent groups in the region and our efforts in destabilizing the Middle East have a direct consequence, a boomerang effect rather, if you will, in causing 9/11.
But as later explained in this video, this could be because Hasan deleted the VOD shortly after his inflammatory moment. He feared right-wingers using this against him, which they did, but this essentially wiped any additional context that could have helped him here.
I know that I was inappropriate. I understand that, which is precisely why I took action immediately as soon as I realized, like, oh, this is going to be misconstrued. I don't want this to be weaponized. I don't want this to be, I don't want this to offend people. I immediately stopped the stream. I deleted the VOD, the video on demand, and I continued after that to.
So you deleted it before any right winger wrote an article about it or not?
No, of course. Because look, I talk about Nazis, crypto fascists, and the alt-right quite frequently. I am vocally in defense of a lot of the things that they oppose. Okay, anti-fascism being the primary thing, which is precisely why I have a lot of people who are waiting, sniping, like looking to snipe comments out of context in exactly the same fashion that they did last night, and take it up the chain of command as quickly as possible and escalate it into a situation where I have thousands of people very publicly talking about how they want to brutally torture me and execute me.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but whatever.
I mean, that's not good, but how are you any better, Hasan? Or is it different because the comments about Dan's eye were a joke? Because after rewatching the clip, it's clear that Hasan didn't say it to be funny. He said it because he was legitimately mad. Cenk tries to give Hasan optics lessons, convincing him that his behavior is counterproductive to his overall goals. Making statements like that aren't going to bring people to his side. It will only cause vitriol. Hasan ignores this, as he believes focusing on optics is a waste of time.
Did you think that Americans would say, "Oh my God, that joke is so funny," or like, can you not see how most Americans would say this horrible thing about his eye injury would be offensive, and then stop listening to you?
If I considered what the popular thing to say was going to be every time I said something, I probably wouldn't be advocating for the things I believe in.
He then goes on to explain that he'd rather be uncivil and advocate for a morally righteous cause than attempt to be civil with someone he believes to be evil. All of this feels like an excuse for him to say inflammatory shit on stream without consequence. But it's not even the dumbest excuse he gives.
But you understand now, and not just now, but you understood fairly soon after you said it, that saying Americans deserve 9/11 is a completely different statement and one that's wrong.
No, I didn't say Americans deserve 9/11. I said America deserves 9/11.
Right, but that's still
wrong. And in that moment, well, maybe you can chalk it up to English being my second language or whatever you want to chalk it up to.
The classic English is my second language excuse. When put in a corner, make yourself look like a dumbass to own the haters. It totally works, even when it's clear that you knew exactly what you were saying. Even if you agree with Hasan's overall position, how does this not look completely cowardly to you? This completely debunks the current narrative surrounding the 9/11 clip, that Hasan was being based and epic and saying what everyone else was thinking. It still became a meme in his community, with Hasan constantly doubling down on it to piss off his critics. The Young Turks and their many employees would receive loads of death threats, which might have been a factor in Hasan separating himself from them. Though the reason cited was Hasan wishing to focus more on his streaming career, which began to take off going into 2020. He would stream frequently, and took advantage of that year's presidential election by covering it extensively, earning him higher viewership. Though with this increase in attention, other controversies would occur more often. Hasan is the quintessential Champaign Socialist, someone who publicly advocates for socialist ideals while behaving like a capitalist. Hasan is way too open about his consumerist habits, which has drawn criticism from multiple corners of the internet. His status as a millionaire has come up multiple different times on stream, with him hand-waving it away by bringing up the amount of money he donates to charity.
The how much does a person need really is not even a conversation that we should literally be having at any stage, okay? But especially not this stage. And I'm not fucking saying that because I'm rich, okay? I don't give a fuck. I already give a fuckload to charity. I already give a fuckload to the government. Way more than any fucking wealthy person ever does. And I don't care. I live on a basic necessity budget for the most part anyway, okay?
A basic necessities budget? Yeah, and I'm the fucking Pope. Hasan has been mocked for the sentiment since 2017, with the infamous "Make the Rich Pay" shirt. On Facebook, he captioned it, "What would Jesus do?" And even back then, he was getting shit on for it. Love the irony that this was probably made in a Chinese sweatshop by child slaves. Do you think he still owns this shirt? I bet it's still in his closet, haunting him like the Green Goblin mask. In September 2023, Hasan infamously tweeted, "Landed in Mexico, and immediately got detained by customs for having too many pieces of electronic equipment, for which they made up a number and forced me to pay taxes on it." Many remarked that customs made the rich pay, as Hasan always wanted, and he frantically tried to correct the record after getting community noted. He'd rant about it on stream the next day, arguing how unfair it all was.
But like, if you want me to pay taxes on exactly how much it is, I can show you how much it is. These are like $100 monitors. What do you mean $1,000? And he's like, well, you can't pull out your phone. You should have thought about that before coming into Mexico. I'm like, okay. This fucking sucks. I'm like, sure, I'll pay your fucking fine, you piece of shit. I fucking slammed the credit card on the table. I'm like, fuck you. All right, go. Here, pay the fucking fine. They print out this paper. It was like 3,500 pesos or something. They fucking stamp it. And then there was another white guy in there that they were holding. And he came up to me afterwards, and they were like apparently fucking making fun of me afterwards. They were like, oh yeah, welcome to Mexico.
He only ended up having to pay 190 bucks. Poor Hasan, these millionaires have it hard. All of this would have been avoided if you just googled the procedure for bringing a shitload of streaming equipment with you on vacation. Hasan has also been called out for his absurd luxury spending thousands of dollars on props for his room, though there's two specific purchases that get brought up to this day. One is his Porsche Taycan Turbo S luxury sports car, which he bought in February 2022 for around $250,000. Hasan did a whole stream, going through the process of purchasing the car, showing it off like a kid presenting his binder of Pokemon cards.
Get a little post up. Oh shit. La 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 la, wait till I get my money right. Whoa!
What you think I rap for, dude? What you fucking rap for? Like literally, actually. Rap fours are tight.
Though Hasan claims he's doing it for the fans, he's buying this car for them. Even though this car is rarely shown on streams, probably because he can't fit it in his room like all the other props.
Bro, this is why I do this stuff, okay? This is why I was like, I might not even buy this car in the end if it's like, you know, too much of a hassle. But like, I literally do this for that. Dude. That's the reason why I do this.
150K content?
Yeah, he spent 150 grand on a car so Austin Ox can make a 30-second video.
No, literally, yeah, so we can all have fun.
That's
like,
how good he has it, baby.
So, no, I mean, I'm not even kidding, yeah, so my community can have fun. Like, it's just literally what it is.
I really hope your community enjoyed this boring, 7-hour stream of you buying a car, waiting around for his bank to approve of the purchase. Though Hasan isn't able to get a loan on it due to his low credit score.
I have fucking bad credit, boys, as you know. Just kidding, it's not bad credit, but it's like not great credit, you know what I mean? Because fucking student loan payments from not 8 years ago, but like up to 8 years ago, almost.
Oh. Alright, chat, we're gonna play a game, high or low.
Freaking ridiculous, dude. What, high or low what?
On your credit score.
No, we're not.
Yeah, let's do it.
He claims it's $650, but I just don't believe him. He ends up having to pay in cash to lease it.
Chris saying these dealerships hate when you pay cash because they make money off the loan. You can still pay cash. I can still pay the lease cash. No, right?
I mean, I guess you could, but that's pretty dumb.
Well, I mean, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Why the fuck would I do
Ask him if you want.
No.
Can you just pay the least cash?
Yeah, you can.
In August 2021, multiple news articles reported on the purchase of a $2,700,000 mansion Hasan bought in West Hollywood. This fucked with the facade Hasan had been trying to build up to that point. Him living in a basic apartment, driving around in a 20-year-old car.
I feel so poor watching this, and I live in SoCal. Why? Motherfucker, I live in like a regular apartment, and I drive a Camry, and I'm significantly happier than both of these people, okay? It has absolutely nothing to do with opulence.
By this point, he had already moved out of his old apartment, and he spends this segment of the stream shitting on an overly big $500 million mansion. This allows him to morally grandstand on the topic, as if he's any better according to his own logic.
Bro, motherfuckers are literally living in their doo-doo down the street. Like, there's just homeless people everywhere in Los Angeles. This guy built a $500 million mansion, dude. Like, insanity. Absolutely insanity, dude. This is like, it's just, there's no utility. Dying alone? Wow, you sound bitter. Considering this is probably your real house when you aren't streaming. How was the drive in your Lambo to your poor house this morning? Pretty fucking sick, dude.
Hasan has no good defenses lined up for this, so he coined the phrase, socialism is when no house, which has been echoed by his many loyal followers.
Complaining about capitalism while being a capitalist. Got her ass. Ooh. Yep. Hasan house. Bad.
Obviously, the real criticism is that Hasan is buying an overly large house, one he doesn't need, as he's not required to live in Los Angeles. He's clearly doing it because of his massive ego, not for necessity reasons. During the midst of this drama, Destiny would tweet out these two images mocking Hasan's public persona. Instead of ignoring this like any normal person, Hasan talked about it on stream for an entire hour. He tries downplaying the cost and size of the mansion, which doesn't work.
One is that, like, it's LA, dude. $3 million is an average house. Shut the fuck up, okay? His house isn't even that big. It was like 4,000 square feet.
It's not. It's 3,800 square feet, and it is big. It's the biggest house I have, I guess, been inside of.
It's only 3,800 square feet. Get owned, cuck. Though right after this, he starts molding at the amount of memes making fun of him on Destiny's subreddit. This is all funny to me because at the beginning of the stream, he was urging fans to stop talking about it, claiming that Destiny's tweet led to people doxing him.
He's like responsible for half of this shit. Stop talking about this irrelevant fucking douchebag. Seriously. He literally fucking had members of his community doxing me. So yeah, I think I'm good on that. Linking news article doxing. See, like, there's a lot of fucking morons in the chat already. Yeah, dude, that's what I mean. Drawing attention to something and inviting viewers to actively go after you equals doxing. Clown, this chat, I swear. What? Okay, banned.
Yeah, so simply reposting a news article means that he forced his community members to dox Hasan. Brilliant logic, my guy. And I'm not trying to dismiss the idea of Destiny doxing someone, because some of his behavior can be described as that, but Hasan is the last person who should talk, as he loves to threaten people with their personal information.
Watching you squirm after Destiny's stream is my favorite thing to watch. Here's some money for the best content on Twitch XD.
Thanks, buddy. I have your email now, by the way, just for the record. So why don't you just stop fucking sending me donos to harass me for your daddy Destiny with literally your email involved in it? What a fucking stupid thing you just did now. Why would you do that? Why would you donate money to me with your fucking actual email? You absolute idiot. I have your full name now. And this time, if I go to fucking Twitch, it's reasonable because you're literally harassing me. Do you know how many fucking donos I've gotten from Destiny's fans tonight? Do you know how many fucking Destiny fans have sent me their emails tonight?
Excuse me.
Paying money just so they can fucking shit talk?
For that.
Huh? How fucking brain dead are you guys? Of course.
Now these chatters are stupid to include their full name with their email when trolling people, but it's an incredibly childish way to respond.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
Threatening them live on stream instead of ignoring them is full-blown retarded, but Hasan loves justifying it.
I don't think that just the name is doxing. I think it's just like breaking anonymity to a certain degree, but I don't personally think that it's doxing to begin with. I do understand why it would make people be fearful of like, you know, contributing on the internet, contributing their identity on the internet in any way.
Okay.
But I don't think it's doxing unless it's additional identifiable information.
Personally, I don't think this guy gives a fuck about doxing unless it happens to him, since he spent a year promoting one of the internet's most notorious doxers, someone who will gladly show people's addresses and zip codes in videos, which Hasan will watch on stream. His response to getting called out on this is to play dumb.
Wait, someone just said, what is this? This guy just got banned. Wait, hold on. What the fuck? Someone just said I doxed. I streamed the address of Dylan Burns just said you streamed his addy. Is that true? Why the fuck would that be true? Do you think I know who the fuck Dylan Burns is?
Yes, you got mad at him for his coverage of Ukraine because he made fun of you. Just admit that you didn't care about his personal information getting leaked. Hasan isn't just a Champaign Socialist due to his insane spending habits. It's also due to the inherent exploitation he encourages in his community. Obviously, he farms parasocial relationships off his fans, which incentivizes them to donate heaps of cash into his pockets. But that's incredibly surface level, and there's more specific examples I want to look at. First relates to a now forgotten drama between Hasan and his former YouTube editor, Blake. Blake reached out to Hasan on Discord in June 2019, hoping to be employed by him. On multiple occasions, Hasan had mentioned wanting to hire an editor, so Blake sent him some of his work. Hasan was impressed and allowed him to edit more, giving Blake the false hope that Hasan would hire him full-time. However, when it came time to once again ask directly, Hasan ghosted him. Blake made a Reddit post on the topic, which finally got Hasan's attention. He does rightfully point out that Blake should have been more direct sooner. However, it was pretty well implied that Blake wanted the job. Hasan honestly seems to be the one who isn't direct, as he even admits to being a terrible communicator. He did end up paying the guy for his work, but you damn well know that he wouldn't have if not for public pressure. Hasan has also publicly said that he doesn't pay his editors or moderators, something he mentions during his 2023 debates with XQC and Trainwrecks regarding socialism.
Are you paying, right, a percentage or something proportional to the millions that you're making off Twitch, right? Is that something you're doing as a socialist, right? Does that carry over to your Twitch? So sure, I believe you for your podcast.
To who? To what?
To editors, to moderators?
Yes.
So you're paying moderators or a head of moderation?
No, not editors and not moderators. I do have a compensation mechanism for my moderators. Okay. It is not one that I often publicize, specifically because I don't want moderators to come on board exclusively because they want to, use this as a job opportunity. There is a compensation mechanism but I don't like talking about it specifically because, like I said, I want moderators to be a part of the community and not necessarily working.
He does mention paying some of his editors of Twitch revenue, but I totally believe this guy not paying moderators. I mean, his head mod is begging for rent money on stream with, at most, 100 viewers. I don't know what she's getting out of this besides a parasocial attachment to Hasan. It sounds exploitative to me, though then again, this is Frogan, so who cares?
I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. US military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
For most streamers, these controversies would be nothing burgers, but the issue is how they correlate to Hasan's own beliefs. When you put yourself up on a pedestal and morally grandstand over your political positions, people are obviously going to poke some holes. They're going to see if you actually hold those beliefs. This is one of the reasons why he hates being publicly known as a socialist.
Do you think you would have less haters if you never said you were a socialist? Fuck yeah. I've often talked about this before. It's like one of my biggest failures in my entire career was openly saying that I'm a fucking socialist. Like, obviously, cat's out of the bag. Okay? I know some Bordegites that hate your guts. That's what I mean. These are like 8 people in a fucking Discord server. Like, these people greatly think. These people greatly fucking think that their opinions are more relevant and like in a good way, and perhaps not even a good way, but like the best way to fucking reach a broader market. That's it.
The other reason is possibly due to his goal of radicalizing his viewers. To the mainstream media, he tries to appear as a simple social democrat, hiding his true power level so he can suck viewers down his pipeline.
Just like you said, I do advocate for social democratic reforms, and I do think that in order to develop any kind of mechanism of pushback, a robust labor force that has any kind of, speaking power, any kind of fighting power to strike at the heart of the imperial core where value is generated, I think that in the short term, in order to combat against that, you have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda.
This is Hasan on The Deprogram, where they discuss how Hasan is doing a good job at radicalizing social democrats into their cause.
One thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond social democratic ideas.
I just wanted to put emphasis on the exact point of the so-called radicalization funnel, where, for example, Hasan and JT catch them while they're young, as they say, and then they start looking into this new idea, etc., and then move forwards through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized, and so on, can only work and can absolutely utilize, for example, the stuff that Hasan does, because Hasan does one very particular thing that social democrats that, for example, we would never call to this podcast or we would give a lot of shit to, because they cut the funnel from both sides. What do I mean by this? They introduce people to lukewarm socialist ideas, etc., and then they want to keep them there, right? Well, whenever Hasan introduces people to socialist ideas, yes, the lukewarm, not so scary sounding ones, keeping your power levels low, it's hidden, and so on and so on. He does not stop them from progressing through the funnel and getting additional information and so on.
And I don't think Hasan's goal with this is to build up the revolution or whatever the fuck. This guy can barely keep up control of his own chatters. He's just pandering to a lucrative audience and radicalizing them so they stay loyal. Hasan just says what these people want to hear, which is why many like myself have referred to him as a grifter. Due to Hasan's socialist beliefs, he doesn't believe in the concept of intellectual properties, meaning he doesn't think people should own the rights to their copyrighted work. He brought this up during an episode of the Leftovers podcast, a left-wing political show hosted by him and Ethan Klein. They were discussing copyright drama related to XQC, and Hasan downplays the situation due to not caring if people re-upload his own work.
I think that as far as rigorous control over IP, I personally don't have it. I don't believe in it. I don't think it's a good thing.
What do you mean you don't believe in it? I don't understand what that means. You think that people should be able to steal your videos and upload it?
Yeah, which is why I have.
Why? How is that fair to anybody? Do you really believe that?
Yeah, Ethan, if you literally search Hasan Abi, there are 1,000 channels pretty much that literally take everything I do on my stream and re-upload it and make money.
No, I know that you don't care, but you're talking about the law.
In a perfect world,
I don't care that much either about what people do with my content.
Yeah,
but
in a perfect world, I think that content of this sort would be heavily subsidized by government subsidies in the arts, in the field of art.
You would be subsidized?
Everyone, every type of content creation would be heavily subsidized so that art would not be created for the sake of
speaking to a real
monetization.
World right now.
Yeah, which is why I'm saying my own idealistic understanding of the world versus what is happening in the real world are two separate issues.
He says this because even he knows it's hard to defend. It's a very selfish mindset because he's only looking at it from his point of view, not from the perspectives of others.
I have been a React streamer from the jump, okay? A React streamer literally from the jump. I've always reacted. Not only that, but I also do not believe in IP personally, so much so that I've allowed everyone to literally do whatever the fuck they want with my IP. That's why there's 1,000 different fucking Hasan Abi fan channels out there, some of which have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, some of which have literally YouTube check marks, and some of them get demonetized by YouTube. YouTube is constantly trying to get me to fucking take their YouTube is constantly trying to get me to take them down, and I still advocate for them to maintain their monetization. I don't care about IP.
Hasan doesn't care about his IP because, well, there's not much to be proud of there. His streams are just 8 hours of him rambling and watching other people's content. And I do mean watching and not reacting, because he barely adds anything insightful to the content he consumes. This becomes incredibly egregious because he'll watch full episodes of TV shows on stream. When criticized for this behavior, he tweeted out, "Everything is fair use if the copyright holder doesn't care about pursuing a DMCA claim. Be smart, don't watch entire movies, Viacom Disney shit, or new episodes, and stop snitching." Only 5 hours after this, he got a copyright claim for a previous stream where he watches MasterChef. Honestly, well deserved. Hasan was literally begging for it. I mean, this guy will leave videos playing when he has to take a piss, coining the term chair react.
And that man's story is...
In late 2020, YouTube video essayist Exci released a video titled "The Most Bizarre House You've Ever Seen," which garnered 500,000 views. Half a year later, a chatter recommended Hasan react to it on stream, but instead he decides to leave it on in the background as he cooks dinner.
You know, they say you don't really know someone until you've held hands while taking a dump. This digital property viewing is one of those things where the longer you stare at the image, the more bizarre things you notice. So today I'm going to take you on a sightseeing tour of the oddities.
This is literally Steak HQ. Hold on, I'm going to be back in 1 second.
Of 8800 Blue Lake Road.
He leaves for over 3 minutes, comes back with food, and eats it for another 7 minutes, until finally adding something of value to Jay's content.
If we progress past the topless calendars through the hallway to the final room, we will find...
I need to understand the mindset of a guy who's like, I need to buy this 2017 topless calendar on eBay. And it does not matter what the price is. I need it. Like, it's got real... You know what that is? It's got real... I type in boobs on Twitter because I accidentally thought I was typing it in on Google Energy.
And then he eats some more. It's truly hard being a Twitch React streamer. I can totally empathize with this guy for receiving a copyright claim. Jay quickly found out about this and responded the next day with a live stream. Well, respond isn't the best way to describe it, as it's more so just Jay mimicking Hasan as a subtle diss. Though they take it up a notch by leaving to take a massive shit, and eating a piece of cardboard. Hasan quickly responded at the start of his next stream, insisting he doesn't care about this at all.
Wait, why does he actually think this is something that's gonna like make me upset or something? Because I don't give a shit. He can literally do that all day, every day, I don't fucking care.
He does agree with Jay's general criticism, but he doesn't intend on changing his behavior, and instead backhandedly insists Jay should steal his content as some form of revenge.
But if you're ever upset, and if you don't want to watch, if you don't want me watching your stuff, I will gladly never watch it. I'm really sorry. I apologize. Okay? But another thing you can do, you can take my 10-hour stream, 10-hour broadcast, and make clips out of it, and post it on your own personal YouTube page. Okay? And then if you can even change the YouTube page to make it seem like it's the Hasanabi YouTube page, like a Hasanabi 2. Hasanabi's receding hairline. Hasanabi's hairline is fine. React Lord. That would really upset me. You'd let me monetize it? Motherfucker, everybody monetizes it.
Yes, Jay. Become part of the Hasan industrial complex. Ignore the idea of giving me rightful backlash and transform into one of my retarded stan accounts. One of Hasan's main defenses is that due to him streaming for over 8 hours a day, he just has to take breaks and eat food. That's not what Jay is calling him out for. It's that Hasan reboots content instead of maybe, I don't know, replaying his own content or putting up some copyright-free music.
It just feels like Hasan wanted to not be streaming anymore, but didn't want to lose those stream dollars, like outside of the camera being on him. How is it any different than him just watching a YouTube video off stream? It just rubs me the wrong way. Like, how do you think of your viewers to just stream your break? Dude, what am I supposed to do? Die? Like, I don't understand.
Yes, Hasan, die. That's seemingly the only way that this problem gets solved, cause he'll never stop doing this. Hasan's fans would end up spamming Jay's comment section, calling them out for farming drama and being a massive crybaby. So, Jay would end up releasing a video on the subject in February 2022 titled, Hasan Piker, Jinx in the Issue of Reaction Content. In it, Jay lays out what makes good reaction content, while comparing that to bad reaction content that's extensively freebooting.
If a reactor hasn't added anything and watching their reaction is basically just the same experience as watching whatever they're reacting to, then essentially they're just reposting something someone else made to their audience, reaping the rewards of someone else's work under the guise of reacting to it.
Jay brings up the classic example of Jinx, a reaction channel who mainly just sat there, letting entire videos play, barely adding anything at all. Well, besides his cool bucket hats. Jay compares this to how Hasan does reaction content, though at least Jinx would shout out who made the video, and link to them at the top of his description. Hasan would go out of his way to not shout out the creator, which he technically doesn't have to do. Jay doesn't care if he does, but it clearly shows an uncaring attitude that Hasan has towards video creators as a whole. When asked about it back in July 2021, Hasan got pissed.
Show their fucking channel name, dude. It's not a big deal. No shit, dumbass. What kind of a fucking baboon are you?
Bungus.
Like, do you think I disagree with that? Why do you... Oh, God, I fucking despise these dipshits, dude. Yo, I swear to God, dude. I swear to fucking God. Like, just such a fucking dingus, dude. Just show their channel name, dumbass. How is that so fucking hard? Like, what is this attitude that you have? You stupid fuck. Yeah, I know. I agree. What kind of like you make it seem like I purposely was like fucking hiding it or something. It was literally on my screen for like a fucking hour, you idiot.
Jay also debunks the whole mindset behind react harder, a phrase coined by Twitch streamers to simplify criticism against them. It's used to imply that the content being reacted to isn't engaging in the first place, and that the reactor would have to fake their reaction in order to comply with the criticism.
You know who reacted hard? Jinx.
It says gullible on the ceiling.
Oh, so you stole my lungs.
In his videos, Jinx was always laughing and smiling and soy-facing. He very clearly demonstrated a strong emotional response to the content he was reacting to, and people seem to forget this. All the same problems that apply to these modern Twitch streamers also apply to Jinx's content. If Hasan had been grinning from ear to ear for the entirety of his reaction to my video, that wouldn't have fixed the issue. Summing up the criticism as react harder does make it sound unreasonable, because saying react harder would be unreasonable. But summing it up as contribute something would be a lot more accurate.
My man said,
contribute something, man. Make your reaction stream a meaningfully different experience to watching the original video.
Instead of making a proper response, Hasan just blocked Jay on Twitter. He also made this tweet with a myth of consent meme, which mainly referenced another drama happening at the same time. You see, another man entered a discussion and completely ruined the momentum Jay had built up. Dark Viper AU.
It's 14 pages!
Dark Viper is a complete nutjob whose extremist views regarding React content made the topic incredibly toxic. He even made a comparison between React streamers and rapists, which most people clowned on him for. And I'm sure by simply mentioning him this way, my comments section will be completely flooded with his ravenous fans defending his honor, arguing why Dark Viper is completely sane and worth listening to.
Why can you not stop lying? Please stop lying! What is wrong with you?
While covering the Dark Viper drama on stream, Jay's name came up, and Hasan does state that he shouldn't have watched their video. But instead of leaving it at that, Hasan rants about Jay continuing the drama. He doesn't understand why Jay did that, and instead chooses to slander a bunch of people.
Since then, he made a video, or they made a video. Afterwards, they had like a bunch of fucking Nazis in the kill stream get together and do an 8-hour reaction to my entire stream. I think it was an 8 or 10 hour fucking podcast that they did on that. Okay. And I apologized back then. And they held on to the grudge. And then they made another video now. Another video a year later.
Yeah, the Nazi podcast Jay went on was just EFAP. And the funny thing was, the episode Jay went on had nothing to do with Hasan at all. It was just an episode where they play Lego games and talk about movies. The episode Hasan is thinking of came out a week later, and didn't feature Jay as a guest. Hasan is calling it a Nazi podcast because Sargon of Akkad came on to briefly shit-talk Hasan.
Hasan Piker seems to have no internal monologue at all. He just seems to have this one monologue that's going on, whether it's in its head or without, it's just the thought process. And Hasan has no sort of meta identity in the world, right? The world is funneled through Hasan Piker's consciousness as far as Hasan can see. And that's turned him into Twitch's Saddam Hussein. It's there were mad Roman emperors who were more compassionate and merciful than Hasan Piker is. It's genuinely shocking.
No matter what you think of Sargon, he's not someone I would think of as a Nazi. In fact, Sargon is an enemy of the kill stream, the Nazi podcast Hasan compared EFAP to. Hasan is clearly doing this as a weak form of guilt by association, trying to smear Jay instead of actually responding to their video essay. Hasan has continued to produce shitty reaction content, so this controversy with Jay always manages to come up.
The initial response, the first ever React Gate, when people were getting mad at me because I would have the chair on, and while the videos were playing, totally fucking fair and valid. And for the past multiple years, that's not happened on my broadcast. There are instances where I get up to pee, but it's usually during a video that's playing that's from a friend or from news and commentary, and it's only for 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah, no, Hasan still does that, even with videos from random people he doesn't know. Here's an example from a few months ago.
Anyway, here, let's look at the meme, the meme analysis of the casings and stuff. I'm gonna go pee real
Charlie
quick.
Kirk's life was engraved with a 12-year-old furry bashing meme. Notice his bulge, ooh woo, what's that?
Also, gotta love the stream Hasan appeared on. It's him dick-sucking Bad Empanada while Noah Samson watches in the cuck chair, wearing his maid outfit. It's the perfect encapsulation of the modern online left. Hasan also claims he apologized to Jay, which never fucking happened.
And I think his point was valid. In that
And I apologize. By the way, that's another thing. I literally apologized to that person instantly, and then they basically quintupled down and did this 8-hour broadcast with a bunch of random fucking slop tuber commentary people, and I was like, what the fuck? I think this guy's just trying to farm drama out of this.
At the end of the day, Hasan doesn't give a shit about copyright unless it benefits him. He has no firm stance on any of this, and will change his mind at the flip of a switch. During the Dark Viper drama, this guy even threatened to take down Clips channels who said mean things about him.
Yeah, I've been noticing it's been hella toxic. Even Clip channels are being annoying and commenting in the description on how you're wrong. Why are they clipping me then? If my own fucking Clip channels are clipping all of my videos to make money, why are you fucking clipping wrong information then? If that's the case. And then fuck you, dude. Don't make me DMCA your bitch asses. I will destroy the Hasan Clips industrial complex. I will make what Russia is doing to Ukraine look like little kisses to the Hasan Clips industrial complex. Do you understand me? Motherfuckers are literally posting my YouTube videos from my fucking Twitch, stealing this shit because I allow them to, so they can make money off of it, just to make me look fucking bad or shit on me? What the fuck is this?
I don't care about copyright, guys. You can re-upload my content all you want, unless you criticize me. Them's the rules. Hasan has perfectly fit himself into the male feminist, nice guy stereotype. Openly leftist, long hair, having a mold at one point, bushy mustache, sloppily painted nails, and a fake soft persona. Hasan wants to be one of the girls, which is why you see him constantly doing these self-humiliation rituals. He's gotta appeal to the girlies and make them feel safe, overcompensating for the amount of roid rage inside him. Damn, that poor couch. Haven't they had enough after the suffering they've been through with Mike from PA? Despite desperately trying to change his public persona, Hasan still acts like an overgrown frat bro. His behavior has remained pretty consistent over the past decade, leading me to believe that the character he played on Bro Tip was more of an exaggerated version of his actual self. Back in 2014, I'm sure you'll remember CollarGate, better known as The Fappening. A group of hackers gained access to lewd photographs of various celebrities through their iCloud. This includes Kate Upton, Ariana Grande, Kirsten Dunst, Scarlett Johansson, and Jennifer Lawrence. Upon hearing the news, Hasan and his work buddies decided to gawk at the photos like they were a bunch of little school children.
What's your favorite type of porn?
Wrap it in toilet paper to keep the tip from touching the toilet.
This is why this is a sick website.
Who the fuck is that? Next time I need people who care about your safety when you're taking a piss.
It lasts me a few times.
Hasan also tweeted, "OMG, I got to see Jennifer Lawrence naked." The year prior, on the BroTip website, and yes, it's still up, Hasan posted censored revenge porn. Don't know why he had to do that, I guess for journalism. In 2010, Hasan infamously went to the Artemis brothel in Berlin. In 2016, the place was raided for claims related to tax fraud and withholding social security contributions. It was further investigated for claims related to sex trafficking, though the criminal case against Artemis was thrown out by the Berlin Regional Court. Despite this, many like myself would argue that prostitution is intrinsically exploitative regardless. There's no certain way to verify if the prostitute you're sleeping with is doing it on their own volition, or is being pressured into it. Recently, Destiny tried to claim that Hasan slept with a 15-year-old at Artemis, though he has no proof of this. Knowing Destiny, this is clear projection on his part. The reason this became a controversy in the first place is due to Hasan himself. Like many leftists, he has the tendency to overshare details regarding his sex life.
I cannot tell you, it's confidential.
Oh, come on, why not?
No, I can't. Anyway, how is your sex life?
A clip of Hasan, which I can't find the origins of, was shared around Twitter, where he brags about sleeping with escorts.
You ever had an escort? No shame, obviously sex work is real work. I've had sex with not even escorts, but also like straight. I've gone to a brothel, Artemis in Berlin, and had sex with the workers there. Yes. I don't hide it. I don't give a shit.
He brags about it like it's a cool thing, but I'll never view paying for sex as anything other than pathetic. This is how Christian lost his virginity. Suffice to say, I don't think Hasan cares about sex work due to selfless reasons. Based on what I've seen, Hasan is a sex addict who obsesses over porn stars. One of these actresses is Mia Malkova, someone he's had on stream multiple times. He even won a date with her on The Bachelor back in September 2019, though Hasan had another rage moment after Austin kept joking about Mia cucking Hasan with Will Neff.
What we did talk about while we were just by ourselves.
Come on, dude. What? Come on, bro.
What do you do?
What happened? What just happened? Dude, I fucking told you, like, you're being a fucking piece of shit. What the?
Wait, maybe turn the stream on.
Yeah,
I think
let's
he just got serious.
kill that. No, I think.
Hasan then went to Twitter to whine about being the butt of the joke, which only made things worse. During the early days of his solo career, he met Janice Griffith, a porn star who Hasan claims appeared on The Young Turks. They'd stream together on rare occasions, with the topic of sex always coming up.
Partially, I'm terrified because I feel like you're gonna reveal some information about what I'm packing, and that's why I know that everyone is secretly asking questions, mostly because they want to learn what the genuine preference of people are, or what girls' preferences are. But also, yeah, see, look at how many people fucking freaked out as soon as I said that. Hasan be packing, expose him. Destiny's dick is on the internet already. Time to size up. What the fuck?
The two seemingly had an on and off relationship, hanging out together between 2018 and 2020, even attending the Pornhub Awards together. She soon started ignoring his messages, and instead of leaving her be like any normal guy, he called the cops on her to perform a wellness check.
Genuine question, why did you choose to call the cops instead of another type of wellness check service as a safer alternative? I did not know. At the time, I did not know. That's it. It's as simple as that. I mean, I did know that there were risks involved with it, but...
He knew the risk of doing this, but he's a petty piece of shit who can't stand the idea of a woman ignoring him. Janice would soon tweet this out, confirming what Hasan did. He called the cops on me when we were dating, and has avoided my attempts to privately talk about it. I'm not a fan of doing this publicly, but we share a lot of our audience. I didn't need the wellness check, by the way, and I can't escape him online because of the nature of the leftist internet. I'm not trying to cancel him, just please leave me out of it. Apparently, Hasan made it seem like she was going to hurt herself. which she denied. I wasn't suicidal. I did not imply I would take my own life or ever harm myself. He called against the advice of my best friend, and he only lived 12 minutes away from me. I have called 911 for an overdose before, after actually exhausting all other options. He did not do that. She later showed evidence of her friend's messages, though these tweets are all deleted now. Hasan's friends are all aware of his promiscuity because he loves bragging about it to them. Will Neff once mentioned during a roast that Hasan would kick people out of his house to fuck strippers.
Hasan is like family to me in that he has kicked me, his brother, and his mother out of his house to have sex with strippers. That's not a joke.
Is that true?
Hasan is the cause of... Hasan is the cause of more abortions than incest.
Ludwig also mentioned playing a game with Hasan where the two had to mention their body count. At that point, Hasan had lost track.
4! My number. And the same time I yell out 4, he looks back at me, he goes, I don't actually remember, I lost count. Ancient Egyptians could count to thousands. Yet 2,000 years later, Chad Son literally lost count.
On multiple occasions, Hasan will pull up nudes on his phone, parading them around so his friends can see. The first occurrence comes from a stream he did with Pokimane and Ariasaki in late 2021. Hasan is setting up a dating profile on Raya and hands Poki his phone. She quickly finds what seems to be nude images.
Oh, you have like nothing to hide, huh, Hasan?
What?
You can just so confidently
No,
give
I have
her your
nothing to
phone.
hide. They're, like,
Oh no, I saw some shit I should not have seen and I feel very bad, but it's okay.
Wait, what did you see?
Stuff.
Oh, from, yeah. I know what you're
What
talking
is
about.
that?
If it was recent, then yeah. Wait, you were there for the first part of that.
For the first part of what?
If I'm thinking what you're thinking.
Oh no, I'm thinking just stuff that,
What?
stuff that people shared with you that I didn't have permission to see, so I just scrolled past very quickly.
A few months earlier, during a stream of Cutie Cinderella, he pulls up his phone to take a picture of himself, and she seemingly notices a nude image someone sent him.
Oh, interesting.
Are you serious right now? Are you really? Are you serious? You're gonna look over?
I looked over to see if you were sending the same picture.
How dare you? Stop looking at my phone! What the fuck? I feel violated, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. That was funny.
That's insane that you're doing this.
I was seeing if you were sending the same picture that I saw.
It's a sacred bond of trust that you are violating right now.
I'm not looking now. I'm just saying.
I need one of those fucking privacy
Wait, what did
screens.
Miz say?
During Shit Camp 2021, Ludwig flat out confirmed that he was looking at nudes on his phone, with Hasan having to awkwardly sit there and be jokingly berated.
Whoa, is that a nude?
So was it? What was the score like? 1, 2, 3, 4 against 1, 2, 3.
Whoa.
In his face, it was a
Those
nude.
big knockers?
No, it wasn't. Did she have nipple piercings? I'm just wondering.
They were small knockers?
She didn't? Okay, no, that was crazy.
They're medium-sized knockers?
Mizkif describes something similar happening in May 2021 during ShitCon, saying that Hasan is looking at nudes from Snapchat.
So, I'm with Hasan, and I'm not kidding you when I'm saying this. He's browsing his phone like this on Snapchat, just clicking random people, and they're girls, and they're all naked. And I'm gonna be real with you, they're all hot. They're all like 8 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s, 10 out of 10s. And it's not like they're just saying like, hey, like, you know, you could find out more at my OF. They're all saying like, what are you doing tonight, Hasan? Hey, Hasi, how's it going? What are you doing tonight? Are you in Texas? Are you still in Texas? Are you in LA? And he did it 5 or 6 times. And with no reaction, he's like, just going through like that. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
I told him not to fucking mention this, dude. A demon, like a literal demon, dude. He can't help it. Like, he can't help himself. He just has to farm content. I literally told him not to mention this. He's such a dick. It's fine. It's whatever. I mean, I've talked about this before on stream. You guys know this.
These are 100% fans of Hasan's. During the previously mentioned Cosmopolitan interview, he even pulls up Snapchats, and the first snap he opens is a nude image with the caption, "I'm sure you have hot girls throwing themselves at you all the time, but I'm a huge fan of TYT and love all your work." The interviewer even says that 70% of the photos he gets from fans are nudes. Stop gooning Hasan, it's too much. In response to this article recirculating, Hasan has downplayed this behavior as him simply receiving unsolicited nudes, and that this is bound to happen.
It was because I was getting unsolicited nudes while being interviewed by a journalist on fucking, I think, Snapchat or Instagram or some shit like that. And I was like, oops, that's an unsolicited nude that was sent to me.
The problem is that Hasan clearly encourages this behavior. He always mentions it as a good thing, and not an inconvenience. During an old interview of Trainwreck, he mentions his Snapchat username, and says he opens every single snap he gets.
Mine is Big Haas, by the way, everybody. I every now and then I post snaps on there, but I look at all the snaps. Oh shit, someone sent me a titty pic.
What? Are you fucking serious?
Thank you, Alexandra. And that's from 5 hours ago, dude. It's not even from like today when we were talking.
8 minutes later, Hasan complains about more dudes following him on Snapchat now, insisting he wants more women so he gets to see titties.
Okay, all of these are dudes now. I used to exclusively get fucking like titty pics and shit on my Snapchat, and now it's just dudes. This is terrible. What happened? I ruined it. I should have never mentioned my Snapchat.
Aw man, now I have to jerk off to unsolicited dick pics? Thanks guys, ruining my next wanking sesh. During a stream of XQC and Soda Poppin', the latter complains about getting sent unsolicited pics, to which Hasan reacts accordingly.
Wait, she's calling you the Lord? Yeah, she's calling me like God. That's like mental illness, right?
Yeah, I don't think you should be.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
so we
how
agree
good are
on
the
something.
nudes, though?
Huh?
How good are the news, though?
Dude, they're real. You want to come look? I shouldn't show. I can't. I feel weird. But like, she's like.
Yeah, we did not. If on accident, like maybe I'm walking by and I see it, like
Yeah, like one of those.
That's like more ethical, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
like
I feel
you're
you.
directly showing it to me, it's unethical.
Damn, XQC really wanted to see some mentally ill titties. Probably explains why he got with Adept. But Hasan is explaining a strategy here. It's unethical to directly show someone a nude you got, but if it's seemingly by accident, then it's okay. In late 2020, Hasan did an interview of CodeMiko, where he once again brags about getting pics from unhinged fans.
But over social media, yeah.
Wait, do random girls send you nudes?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's surprising. Why would they do that?
Why is that surprising?
You are physically attractive.
Maybe they like my personality too.
Yeah, you're kind of reaching there, but you know.
And then Hasan makes things creepy when he jokingly suggests that Mika send him nudes as well.
Do you have a Snapchat?
I do. Why? Are you gonna send me lewds?
No.
Why are you asking then?
Because I'm just curious.
Okay. Yeah, I do. I have a Snapchat.
Okay.
Please do not send me dick pics. I will
Do
block you.
Do you want me to send you dick pics?
No.
Do you want me to send you lewds?
Maybe.
You really like video game character girl lewds?
I mean, I wouldn't say no to it.
Hasan, stop! You're turning into Nuxtaku. Ethan Klein would bring a few of these clips up on stream, to which Hasan strawmanned the criticism as coming from retarded Destiny fans. He thinks he's being called out for revenge porn, when really it's for subtly suggesting his female fans send him nudes. Even during his response stream, he doesn't fully condemn it and suggests it's okay to do.
There was nudes, unsolicited nudes that I was the recipient of. It's okay. It happens.
This is a problem, even if many will present all of this as a massive nothing burger. Hasan is on an app primarily used by teenagers, and cold opening messages sent by random fans. Instead of ignoring these people, he views these nudes, which the fans can see, incentivizing them to do it again for Hasan's attention. It's incredibly irresponsible, especially because of the high probability that some of these fans are underage. And honestly, why the fuck is a 30-year-old man still using Snapchat? That alone is a massive red flag.
Can I expose you real quick?
What?
I just saw you have Snapchat. That's crazy.
Wait, why is that crazy? I have it under my fucking thing too. I don't really use it though. I don't really do anything with it.
It's just bizarre to me that people will look the other way when he's subtly showing his fans nudes to his streamer buddies, using it as a way to brag about how everyone wants to fuck him. This is the behavior of an insecure high schooler, not a massive Twitch streamer. Hasan isn't just a fake male feminist, but he's also a grifter when it comes to other aspects of progressivism. When it comes to topics such as race, this guy doesn't really seem to give a shit, and will only discuss things in a way that make him look good, though many times this has failed, as demonstrated during his drama with the YouTuber JiDion. In May 2022, JiDion made a video titled, "I went to the most racist town in America." In it, he investigates the town of Harrison, Arkansas, which became the subject of a viral video back in 2020. Many have deemed it the most racist town in America, as this video shows a man holding a Black Lives Matter sign being harassed and being called slurs. JiDion, as a black man, wanted to check out this town for himself, and see if this video was an accurate representation of it. It's a very nuanced video, where he discovers that the town gets its reputation unfairly, due to the leader of the KKK living in a nearby town called Cenk. Here's him talking to the mayor of Harrison.
What do you think about that connotation of Harrison being the most racist town in America?
You know, it just boils my blood because I know the truth.
You know what's crazy? Since I got here, I feel like it was very evident. Like everybody here that I've met, they made a distinction. They said it's not Harrison. They're all over at Cenk.
It's not Cenk either.
Oh, okay.
They're not racist people. You have one family up there.
Oh.
He happens to live there.
Hasan, being the normal person that he is, expects JiDion to whitewash the situation.
So I thought to myself, not only as a content creator, but also as a black man, I have to go to this town and find out firsthand the truth about the most racist town in America. All right, so
please tell me he's not gonna whitewash this shit, right?
It's
Please.
really not that.
Since Hasan isn't able to compute with a nuanced narrative, he tries painting JiDion as an Uncle Tom, someone who will act subservient to white people for admiration. In this specific instance, he suspects JiDion is acting this way for YouTube clicks.
So one thing that we need to always establish is that, like, just because a fucking town is racist, one, doesn't mean that they're going to be like literally fucking running around and doing hate crimes to every black person they see. I don't know why Americans have such a twisted and broken fucking understanding of what racism is, which is weird. I mean, I know JiDion doesn't give a shit because he's like, you know, he's a content creator first. Like, that's what he's always worried about is you know, making fucking clickbait stuff and doing comedy or whatever. It doesn't really matter what the like message is overall.
If JiDion was doing this for purely content reasons, wouldn't he want to lean into the idea of this town being racist? Clickbait himself getting lynched, Photoshop himself as Black Mr. Beast, challenging 100 black people to spend 24 hours in the most racist town in America. What JiDion is trying to prove is that not everyone in this town is racist, but Hasan doesn't care, and assumes everyone who likes this video must be an ignorant white person.
All the comments are eating it up. Yeah, bro, if you're fucking racist little white zoomer and you're watching JiDion, of course you're gonna fucking love it when your favorite black comedian is, you know, feeding into your worldview that, like, you know, being racist in an Xbox lobby is just memes, and also like even the fucking clan is like you're just a little misguided, but overall they're not like racist. That's like, this is the best thing, you know?
Hasan, that's not what the person is trying to say. JiDion wasn't trying to bridge a gap with the KKK. He was doing it with the normal people from that town and trying to get their perspective. That's real journalism. But according to Hasan, testimony isn't enough to prove anything, only raw data.
Ultimately, that's the reason why I look to not like what the mayor is saying or not what like these videos are showcasing, but instead I look to systemic problems in a town, I look to demographic data, and I look to voting patterns, but more importantly, what people like that in positions of power have to say.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that. This guy was soy-facing over that original video because it was easier to build a narrative on.
What is he trying to do? Is he trying to get fucking killed? By the way, I mean, this is braver than the troops. Okay, I'll just say this right now. What he's doing is, sometimes we use that as a joke. They say like, oh, this man's braver than the troops. But like, what he's doing is literally just straight up putting his life on the line without any sort of protection or Kevlar or anything, or a utilization of disproportionate use of force against like a group of individuals who've declared enemy combatants. This guy is literally just straight up putting himself out there. No guns, no nothing, just his body.
JiDion was rightfully pissed, seeing that Hasan was patronizing him over a subject that means a lot to him.
How you gonna tell me in my 21 years of life, I don't know what racism is? And just because I didn't push a narrative of a 3-minute video that was showing people saying racist things, and since I didn't push a narrative of, you know, black people being victims of racism and everything, and I actually showed the good of a town and stuff like that, I'm not smart enough, or I don't understand, or like I completely missed the mark and stuff like that. I could have died while I was out here, but I risked my life because I wanted to actually see it for myself instead of letting a video dictate my opinion. A 2-minute video at that. I'm not gonna let a 2-minute video dictate my opinion of an entire town.
Hasan is obviously not going to go to that town himself. He'd rather just stream from his comfy mansion and promote specific videos that fit with his narrow-minded worldview. He doesn't care if someone of a different race has a different perspective. He'll just demonize you and discredit what you have to say. In response to being called a white savior, Hasan claims JiDion is whitewashing for the KKK, despite not showing that. He's clearly just mad that JiDion is apolitical.
It's way more politically palatable for like apolitical people for him to like dunk on, for him to fucking dunk on like a white guy who's being a white savior.
Bro, I don't need what I'm hearing.
So he's
I'm feeling very patronized. I'm feeling very
totally
patronized and stuff like that.
Like,
and I'm not gonna lie, what do the girls say?
None of
It's
the history
giving
or anything.
like.
In August 2023, the streamer Hasan announced a giveaway event in New York City. In it, he'd give away PS5s and other gaming-related items. The event was poorly planned, as Kai failed to secure a permit for it. The large crowd soon turned into a riot, with the crowd of mostly young adults looting and attacking police officers. Hasan began covering the event live and downplayed its severity.
Nah, this ain't right. People getting jumped, cars are getting broken into, businesses are straight looted, all because Hasan wanted publicity. Shaking my head. Wait, what? Okay, businesses are starting to get looted. What the fuck? Bro, this is just, okay, you know what this is? This is racist, okay? Straight up. Like, yeah, they're rowdy teenagers. Like, they're making it seem like this is an organized crime ring. The one time you see like a bunch of black teenagers around, you're like, oh my God, guys, businesses are being looted. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not happening.
Hasan sees a bunch of people being violent and stealing shit, and automatically ties it to them being black. Yeah, someone here is being racist, and it's not the Twitter user for simply pointing out what's happening. And this claim isn't baseless. Hasan sees a news report about a shopkeeper getting robbed and assaulted, and he sides with the offenders.
We did on the walk up stop by and see a gentleman who runs one of those kiosks that, you know, you see him on the sidewalk all the time that have like snacks, like little mini bodega kiosks, and his whole kiosk was ransacked. All the chips were broken and pulled apart. Things were taken off of it, and he was saying that he was injured because he was trying to stop the kids, and they hit his head, his neck, his back. The gentleman is in his 60s. And, you know, he was talking to EMTs that were there and talking to the police that were there, giving them a report of what happened. But, you know, a totally just innocent victim in all this, that he was just doing his job, going about his day, and his business got ransacked there.
I fucking despise local media, dude. There you go. There is no better representation of how dog water local media is, and how much they exacerbate like narratives that you see on Fox News. What role they play in the boomer reactionary pipeline. Local media talking about $3 worth of fucking Doritos like, you know, there was a bank run or some shit.
Hasan thinks this local news channel is trying to push an agenda here, when really, he's the one doing that. If he saw a Kai Cenat fan raping a woman, he'd still try to find a way to justify it. Violence and degeneracy is cool when people he likes do it. Though shouldn't Hasan be in support of this working class guy? He is a socialist, right? But nah, he'd rather minimize what's happening by saying only $3 worth of chips are stolen. Very telling, coming from a guy who lives in a mansion.
You had people walking around with shovels, axes, and other tools from the construction trade.
Dude, shut the fuck up!
Individuals were also lighting fireworks, and they were throwing them towards the police. They were throwing them towards each other.
Yeah, dude, the teenagers had axes. They wanted to chop police heads off.
And our leadership team working in tandem
I
with
died.
department attorneys.
I died. A teenager killed me. I'm actually a ghost.
Yeah, there's no way these rioters could be violent. It's not like they were throwing shit at police officers, who were de-escalating the situation.
Let's check on how the dispersal is going, because it is ongoing and our crews are positioned. This is video from earlier, to be clear, but Checky Beckford is standing by.
Oh no,
Checky?
a cop got hit in the face with a fucking water bottle, dude.
Yeah, David, we're again.
Drop a nuke on him.
He's trying to joke about the NYPD being violent, but only a minute earlier, he was praising them for how good of a job they were doing.
Now, do I think it is irresponsible? Do I think it got out of control? Absolutely. But let's be fucking really clear on this, okay? At first, due to fears that there would be additional commotion that would actually harm a bunch of people's lives, they didn't do a lot of like pushing and you know, tear gassing or anything like that, which was good. They were handling the crowd decently well. I think that I hate to hand it to the NYPD in any capacity, but they were doing all right.
Not surprisingly, there are more moments where the mask slips, with Hasan acting like a lot of the right-wing reactionaries he criticizes all the time. During his coverage of XQC's debates with Andrew Tate, he gets pissed at a chatter for calling him little bro, referring to him as a shit-skinned incel.
XQC hates little bro? Dude, if another one of you 14-year-old pasty little shit skin dumb motherfuckers or shit dick dumb motherfuckers calls me little bro, I'm gonna whip you like a fucking towel. Do you understand? I can snap you in fucking half, you dumb little bitch. What is this little bro bullshit?
He then permabans this chatter, and his fans call him out for his use of the word.
Shit skin is raises? Yeah, I was trying to say shit dick or dick skin, and I mixed it up. Did you just use a slur? Yeah, bro, fucking cancel me. Obviously, pasty is what I said.
Now that clip alone isn't really damning or anything. It's his response after. Hasan then went to Discord and told his fans to brigade the livestream fails post. Janny cunts think they have something because they have no life. Literally 8 seconds away from roping. Brigade it, boys. LSF is basically just a hate forum for streamers. I asked to be banned and brigaded so I'd be banned off it. Mods saw a dip in active users and unbanned everyone. It's just a way for cyberstalkers to try and post hate threads under the guise of accountability. Mods also participate on this fun. This is an out of context clip where I clearly misspoke and corrected myself. And yet, instead of taking it down, they participate on the fun. So brigade all the posts. Fuck that subreddit. Hopefully they ban me for good this time. There's also been multiple occasions where Hasan will chew out members of his audience for not having his approved voting preferences, typically calling them out based on their race.
Like it or not, black people care about the border. Man, shut the fuck up. Black people care about the border. I don't give a fuck what black people care about or what you think black people care about, okay? I'm talking across the board. The Democratic Party literally is going to fucking lose. And even if they don't lose, move the country to a significantly more right-wing position. Clown take. Can you shut the fuck up when it comes to black folks? You really don't want to talk about us unless it comes from voting. When is the last time you spoke about Sudan? I'm gonna fucking ether you. Any other black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this fucking chat? Suck my fucking cock, okay? You stupid fucking radlib. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my chat. Fucking stupid, moronic, fucking radlib nonsense. Suck my fucking dick. Fuck you.
Hey Hasan, can you talk about another genocide other than Gaza? Suck my dick, you fucking Nazi. Look at Kanye West over here trying to input his opinion. Hasan doesn't just have this attitude towards black people, but other minority groups as well that failed to meet his political expectations.
As Vietnamese refugee, we have endured suffering under the communist regime, and we believe that...
Okay, fuck you, dude. I mean, seriously, fuck you, old lady. Shut the fuck up, you stupid fucking idiotic old lady with your stupid fucking gamer headset. Who has fucked you harder, America or fucking Ho Chi Minh? Suck my dick, old lady. God damn, dude. Yo, fuck this refugee, okay? Seriously, fuck this South Vietnamese motherfucking whatever, like Christian supremacist psychotic fucking refugee living in America now and able to talk that shit. Why don't you go back and live in fucking South Vietnam in the same conditions, if that's your perspective? Be careful, be careful. No, I fucking hate these people, dude. They're so insane. Like, they fucking feed in to the American propaganda hook, line, and sinker. Like, it's bullshit. Motherfuckers were self-immolating because of our actions over in fucking Vietnam, and this lady's like, oh no, it's the communists. Like, fuck you.
My favorite example of this is during the aftermath of his conversation with Christian Walker. The two had a debate in a previous stream regarding transphobia, and many trans viewers in Hasan's audience felt like he did a terrible job at arguing for them. As you'd expect at this point, Hasan freaks the fuck out and mocks their identity.
My issue as a trans person is the fact that you, a guy that isn't super well versed on trans shit, brought on a known transphobe knowing he might bring up transphobic shit. You aren't exactly a Vosh at trans debates. I hope that the rest of your life is as horrible as it is every single day, okay? There you go. Suck my dick. I despise you. I despise you more than anything else on the planet. You are fucking cancer, okay? You are cancer in this community, and you're cancer in every community. Suck my dick. For the past 15 months, you've been able to fucking hide in these ranks. You catboy fuck. Move your catboy ass out of here. You are never welcome. You are never going to be unbanned. No matter how difficult it is, no matter how much you want to get unbanned, I will never unban you. You are now banished into the fucking shadow realm, okay? This notion that I am not fucking like I should not be having transphobes on or ever talk about transphobia or to transphobic people is such a pathetic and stupid fucking argument when Vosh himself has probably said that the debate was fine.
That's not what they're arguing. This person is pointing out how Hasan shouldn't debate that topic of his limited knowledge on it. Instead of realizing this, he continues ranting about this chatter for another 5 minutes, proclaiming that he knows more about trans issues than a trans person.
You are just a trans person. Sorry, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know more than me about, like, what the trans existence looks like. I will never understand that, okay? But I know better than you about changing fucking cis people's minds. That's just, you're coming to me, okay? And you're telling me that, like, you know better. You don't know better. You just don't.
How do you know? You didn't finish reading their comments before your head erupted like a fucking volcano. This guy had steam coming out of his ears like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. It's just insane hearing this shit from the so-called Joe Rogan of the left. A woke bae to some. Yet this guy will go on some of the most unhinged rants and make statements you'd expect to hear from groypers. Like there's this one stream from June 2023, where Hasan is watching a PragerU documentary on anti-wokeness, and he gets immediately ticked off at the idea of Patrick Henry College.
This motherfucker literally went and made a liberal arts university, but like even more filled to the brim with like fucking nepotist fail children.
Huh, I wonder if we know anyone like that.
At least Patrick Henry College is like doing one good thing, which is that like if you have these fucking millionaire, billionaire, WASP fail sons, at least taking them out of other colleges so they can only do date rape to other billionaire, millionaire fail daughters is like, in some respects, you know, from a utilitarian perspective, of course, a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, from a utilitarian perspective. I'm glad you clarified, Hasan. Seeing that this guy went to Rutgers University, who's to say that this recollection doesn't come from personal experience?
Taking these guys and putting them in a pen with one another is ultimately getting them away from the broader society. Think about it. Think about it.
Oh, I'm thinking about it. I completely understand what you're saying. We need to build a wall and keep all the white frat kids out of our country. Sure, it'll cost millions, but it's worth it, so I don't have to see Hasan ever again. In December 2021, Hasan got into one of his most well-known controversies, the Cracker Saga. Hasan got banned on Twitch for a day due to his use of the term cracker, a derogatory term used to describe white people. Now, most crackers like myself don't give a shit about the word, but because this is Twitch, Hasan got a ban. Not surprising because this is the platform that bans you for breathing the wrong way. The criticism came from Hasan's use of the word, as he'd say it with a lot of genuine anger.
Did I say, oh my god, saltine cracker, like people are just bitter because it's saltine cracker? That's not what I said, you dumb cracker bitch. Okay?
Obviously, this is not the same as other slurs, which is exactly why Hasan uses it. He's socially pressured to not say certain naughty words, but he still wants to come across as an edgy boy. He wants to be seen as a street wigga.
Oh, here it is.
Cracker is not a slur, cracker is not a slur, cracker is not a slur, cracker is not a slur. Sussy.
Is it? Is it not?
It's not.
It's not?
No, of course not. Cracker is...
The way you said is so loud.
Cracker is, has, even in its etymology, it's something I've talked about so many times too, because it's like, white boys love fucking saying like, cracker is the same as the N-word, cracker is the same as the N-word, right? It's really stupid. It's not like, the etymology of the word is different. Like, cracker means literally whip cracker. It comes from whip cracker. So the power still is in the hands of the white person in that situation, whereas the N-word is dehumanizing.
It's all very cringe, though Hasan continued to double down during the backlash. This is where Sam Hyde comes into play. Sam is an incredibly controversial right-wing comedian who at the time was gearing up for a comeback. He saw this drama as an opportunity, releasing this short video where he challenges Hasan to a boxing match.
Hasan, there's $1 million prize pool. There's $1 million. Authorized, legitimate. Your people can load up the wallet and verify that it's there. We will sign a transaction to prove it, okay? We can do this with cameras, without cameras, whatever. But Hasan, you're gonna fight me. You are going to fight me one way or another. I don't care if I have to break into that nice house of yours. You're gonna fight me, son. This fucking guy, this donair meat shaven, cologne wearing, where does he get his jewelry from? Claire's, etc.? It's not that it's challenging gender norms, it's that you have no swag, okay? I could paint my nail. If I painted my nails and wore women's jewelry, I would still have swag. You don't have swag. You have gwag.
Sam goes on to accurately predict Hasan's response, to ignore and downplay the offer. Hasan's moderators were also banning posts on his subreddit talking about the offer, leading Sam to make a second video where he more than doubles his offer.
Is he allowed to use a knife in the fight?
I would let him. I legit would. I seriously would. I would give him a knife because he's gonna get cut with it more than I am. I would absolutely let him use the knife. I would let him use kicks. I'd let him use headbutts. I'd let him use elbows because I'm gonna do that anyway. Whatever.
Knife kicks.
Knife kicks.
Sam would continue to push this fight, even trying to get the YouTuber iDubbbz to set it up for his charity boxing event, Creator Clash. Instead, Sam settled on a fight with the musician I Am Thompson, who he managed to beat in the third round through a total knockout. The fight took place during KSI's 2 Fights 1 Night event, where Sam showed up as a new persona called the Candyman. The Candyman is meant to be an Irish boxer with a love for poetry and sugary sweets.
First I'll gingerly ginger snap his candy-coated pretzel arms in half. Then I'll buttery pop gumdrop smack him to the chocolatey canvas with a slap. In the marshmallow ring the ropes look like Twizzlers. Body shots to my jelly belly merely give me a snicker. Cookie cups and candy canes, sugar plums galore. The candy man with Sour Patch fists will knock you clean to the floor.
Upon winning his fight with Thompson, Sam dedicated his victory speech to Hasan.
You got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that, Hasan Piker? I'm coming to kill you! In Los Angeles, at your house!
Or in the ring?
No, in real life. I'm going to stalk him and become obsessed with him, and wear his makeup, and his dresses, and use his skin as a coat, like the ancient Irish did.
Well, That's your winner, Sam. Hey!
Many like the idea of Sam fighting Hasan, as both men are around the same height, similar weight, and it would give Hasan the opportunity to punch someone he believes is a Nazi. Upon hearing the news while streaming, Hasan's tone changes. He's visibly upset and tries cooling the situation.
You got called out, the Candyman? Bro, they're talking about you on the KSI fight? That's probably why you got the extra 5K? Oh, that's what happened? Yeah, bro, that dude is gross as fuck. I'm not going near that motherfucker. No free clout. Don't care. You know, have fun.
The issue is that instead of ignoring this, Hasan continues to read chat, searching for validation. He then sits there silently for an entire minute, thinking what to say next before moving on.
Watch the clip? No, fuck no, dude. No, I'm good. I'm good. We're done. So fucking weird, dude. Alright, let's move on.
10 minutes later, someone posts a link to Sam's callout, leading Hasan to ban them and go on another rant.
What is this? I actually probably know what this is. I'm gonna fucking 50-month subscriber. If I think this is what I think it is, you're getting permanently banned from the community. I'm just letting you know. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, 50-month subscriber, perma-clap them, permanently clap them. No, don't fucking hide. If you see a mentally ill Nazi, okay, on the internet, be like, I'm gonna kill Hasan Piker. Okay, I'm gonna come to his house and murder him. And you go, oh, this is some information that he should probably watch. Like he should watch and address this. Okay? Then honestly, just don't post. And get the fuck out of the community. Just be normal, dude. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty reasonable for that chatter to do. Sending a video where Hasan is being called out. But no, he's got to act like a little fucking bitch. And if he actually thinks of Sam as a threat, then that's retarded. Obviously, Sam is playing a bit. He's in character. He's the Candyman. And let's not forget that Hasan loves making death threats himself. The only difference is that these seem genuine. He does it to people that he actually hates. Like when he posted a picture of the weapon that killed Shinzo Abe in a reply to a Tom Cotton tweet. Or when he said this about Rick Scott back in March of this year.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. Okay? The reason why I'm saying if you cared about Medicare or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott is because, and not make him a prominent part of the Republican Party, is because he, to this day, is still also known as committing the largest Medicare fraud in U.S. history.
Now, I do think it's kind of reasonable for Hasan to not want to fight Sam. If he does genuinely believe Sam is some sort of Nazi, then the argument about not wanting to platform him sounds okay to me. Though on the other hand, Hasan and those in his circle love to throw around the term punch a Nazi. They constantly act like tough guys, thinking they could physically dominate their political opponents.
Yeah. This is how you punch Nazis, y'all. That's right. Because we gotta bring that back.
One.
Punch a Nazi.
Where's this energy for Sam? Well, probably because Hasan is afraid he'll get his ass beat in the ring.
Okay. Yeah.
Though realistically, Hasan could have had a chance. If you've seen Sam's fight with Thompson, he gassed out pretty quickly. Many of Hasan's casual fans still thought the fight was a cool idea, with a select few deciding to ask him about it at TwitchCon 2022. While people were getting their backs broken at the foam pit, Hasan was just aimlessly walking around when this guy showed up.
Thank you.
Are you ever gonna accept Sam Hyde's fight offer?
What? I don't, dude, no. Why are you fucking talking to me about some dumbass fucking weirdo Nazi?
Wait,
what's wrong with you? What's wrong? Explain yourself.
What do you mean?
You think it's fucking funny, dude?
Someone
you got some
challenged you to a fight,
fucking weird you got some weird fucking deadbeat loser comedian who has completely fucking lost all of its importance on the world by fucking himself over, by giving Andrew Anglin $5,000 in his fucking Nazi defense fund. And you're gonna come to me and be like, it's so funny. Yeah, it's not funny, is it? Do you like that? Do you think it's funny?
I would like to see the fight between
Explain.
you two.
Yeah.
There's no explaining.
I don't want to be around these fucking losers, and you should probably conduct yourself a little bit better.
Hi, can I take a Polaroid picture with you?
Whoop his fucking... I would never do that, of course. I would never whoop someone's ass.
I love how he's telling this guy to conduct himself better, while he's freaking out like a chimpanzee ripping a woman's face off. He could have just easily said, "Hey, thanks for the question. While the idea of us fighting could be cool, I don't want to give this guy a platform." This clip alone would be bad enough, but this sort of confrontation happens again 2 hours later.
Every month? First of all, you fucking gave light to like fucking the Beirut explosion. I'm Lebanese, so I want to give you respect for that. Oh, thank you. And I have another question. I think Sam Hyde, he called you out on like a boxing event. Are you interested in like the boxing scene or not? No,
I don't know why you guys are so into this shit. He's a Nazi. Like, I don't know. Like, what are you filming?
What's happening right now?
It's so whack, bro. Like, I don't understand why all you motherfuckers have to like run around with this shit.
What's going on? What's going on?
Nothing. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. You fucking asshole. Yeah, what do you mean, damn, bro? What the fuck do you mean, damn? What do you mean, damn?
Chill.
What the fuck do you mean, damn? Why do you do this shit?
I'm asking questions. I don't know.
You're not asking. Get the fuck out of my face, bro.
Alright, bro. Yo, chill, bro.
Get the fuck out of here. Pussy.
The nerve of this fan to ask a simple question. Totally justified to get in his face, regardless if he's a foot smaller than Hasan. And you can tell this guy wasn't a troll or a fan of Sam's. This was 100% a Hasan fan. What's interesting is that he only seems to have this sort of reaction when it comes to Sam Hyde. During the same stream, he gets asked if he'd ever debate Destiny again, and he gives a respectful answer.
I gotta ask you, will you ever be in another debate with Destiny ever again? No, I see no reason to. Really? Yeah. You guys are like past each other, yeah? No, I just don't. I don't see a reason to.
Yet he treats this Mario kid like he's about to skin him alive in public, even trying to start another confrontation after passing by him.
Jesus Christ. What are you looking at, bro? You want to get kicked out? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? A reaction? No. You want to get kicked out? I just asked you a question.
Alright, we're walking away, chat. I know this is juicy content, but I'm not gonna feed it. I'm walking away, chat. Sorry. Like it never happened.
Even his cameraman is fucking embarrassed, having to cover up for Hasan's third tantrum that day. This dude is clearly not in a good mental state, fearing that he was being followed by the Candyman and his goons. It's funny because this guy was more likely to get beaten up by the foam pit and not Sam. This whole situation was very embarrassing for Hasan, as not only were his usual critics mocking him, but the wider internet as a whole. It was that big of a situation.
I think we all agree. I do not blame him for not fighting Sam Hyde, of course not.
No,
I do blame him for
That's
just
his choice.
Going on a piss baby hissy fit whenever someone even brings up Sam Hyde. Like, this man truly is the boogeyman. Somehow. He has this magical ability to become Voldemort.
I don't know why he's just not honest. Like, if Hasan could have that reaction if some guy was following him around all day and be like, why won't you fight Sam Hyde? Why won't you talk about it? What's going on? Then I'd see him getting pissed like that. But for someone asking a question, what the fuck are you doing? Hasan needs to just be honest and be like, look, I don't want to fight him. For whatever reason, he's afraid he'll lose, or he doesn't want to fight in general, or he doesn't want to be near Sam Hyde because he's uncomfortable. There's any reason. Doesn't matter. Just be honest and say, I don't want to fight him.
Like, who's gonna blame him for saying I don't want to fight Sam Hyde? He's fucking
exactly.
All he would have to say then is just you fight him then, and everyone else would say no as well.
Yeah. This is still a very touchy subject for Hasan, as for years afterwards, he continues to go ballistic on his chat over the suggestion to fight Sam.
Would you ever box in some kind of creator ring, maybe against an alt-right streamer? You're out of your fucking mind if you think I would ever stand next to an alt-right streamer, let alone box them. If I were to ever box, it would not be against some fucking alt-right loser, especially not an irrelevant fucking Nazi, okay? You're out of your fucking mind. It would be someone I at least know, okay? And even then, most likely not. Dude, punch a Nazi, what the fuck? Dude, I'm such a fucking edgy soy lord, dude. Punch a Nazi. Let me tell you something, okay? If you want to punch a Nazi, or if I want to punch a Nazi, you can do it without having cameras be present there, okay? Do it on your own fucking time. You dumb bitch.
Another troll Hasan had to deal with is Matan Evan. Matan was the infamous Bill Clinton kid, who managed to turn his 15 minutes of fame into a successful podcast career.
Do you think white people should be allowed to say the N-word? No. Oh shit, the table's leaving. What the?
The two would meet in May 2023 during the writer's strike, an IRL stream Hasan did to signal how supportive he is of the working class. He even met up with the reincarnation of Reddit. This event was going to give Hasan so much karma, but then Matan walked over, holding a pro-landlord sign in order to troll Hasan.
What's going on? How you guys doing? We love landlords. We're all against unions. We're here to protest against the landlords and the unions. We love them. Can we do like a quick shake on the hand? We love landlords. Look. We love landlords. We love landlords. We love them a lot. We're all against unions. They're not fair to the corporate companies. This is a crazy protest.
At first, it seems like Hasan learned his lesson from last year's TwitchCon. Though if Matan was over 18 here, he would have given this boy a good shakedown for sure. Truly intimidating stuff from the guy who walks like this. Hasan's main response is to mock Matan's age, which is just pathetic in this instance.
You know, I don't want to fuck anyone's shit up.
Yeah, I'll connect it.
This little fucking fetus, bro. I swear to God. So sick. Dumbass parents, obviously, didn't smack him around enough when he was fucking born and bred.
Funny, I'd say the same thing about your parents, Hasan. Instead, his mommy is still making him chicken nuggets at the age of 34. It's pretty reasonable for Hasan to be annoyed at Matan. The issue is that he's giving this kid what he wants. Hasan should have just played along instead of trying to argue with him.
We love landlords. We love landlords. We love them. We love landlords.
You want to move away a little bit?
No, it's we love landlords. No, we like unions. I mean, we hate unions. We love landlords.
Classic cameraman move. Just walk away when Hasan is acting like a bitch. Hasan should have just named 10 books. Matan would post some clips from this interaction on Twitter, leading Hasan to tweet out, never mind. Maybe children do deserve the coal mines. Matan replies back, you should have told me that to my face instead of standing there frozen. I asked you to step aside politely for the adults to pick it, and you said I was threatening you. I can't be the father you never had, little buddy. You tried to scare me by getting in my face. Then you shoved a pole at me like a little bitch. I asked if you were threatening me because of how pathetic you looked. There's a reason your cameraman panned away. So yeah, Hasan got owned by a 16-year-old. Due to his various dramas with people like Exci, Sam Hyde, and JiDion, Hasan would begin to be ridiculed by the wider internet. The controversies he'd get himself into weren't just limited to the Twitch political sphere. Internet normies were aware of how retarded he is. Last year, this media bias chart was released, showing Hasan near the bottom, right next to Alex Jones. Makes a lot of sense, as these guys are both roided up cringe lords who will say whatever the fuck they want for attention.
The Rand Corps, ladies and gentlemen, is racist.
Hasan is incredibly performative when it comes to his political stances, caring more about looking good in the eyes of his audience than anything else. Though this has backfired time and time again. In December 2021, Hasan made this tweet with these two images attached. A headline reading, Delta CEO asks CDC to cut quarantine time for breakthrough cases, and another that reads, CDC shortens recommended COVID-19 isolation and quarantine time. So obviously, Hasan is speculating that the Delta CEO forced the CDC to do this, which caught the attention of TwoMad of all people. Yes, the guy from the Goodnight Girl meme.
Oh hey, I'm just about to go to bed. I know we couldn't Skype tonight, but that's alright. Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
TwoMad, for those who don't know, was a troll. He's not someone to be taken seriously, similar to Sam or Matan.
You guys are going to start the next revolution in America. We hope. I mean, we can definitely use one.
Revolution. I like the sound of that. LRA. We will revolutionize the country.
How do you get him out?
It was Hunter. Hunter let me in. Hunter, why did you do this? Yes, it was. Don't do that with your head. No, you did.
Who are you?
What do you mean, who am I? I'm
Though Hasan, someone who takes himself way too seriously, decided to engage in a political discussion over Twitter. He probably expected TwoMad to fuck off, but they argued for a while. TwoMad compared Hasan to Alex Jones, and claimed the CDC had already signed off on this decision beforehand. Now I'm not going to be going through all these tweets, because a lot of this is just boring political talk, but at one point, Ethan Klein comes in to back up Hasan. He went after TwoMad for insisting Hasan's conspiracy was the same thing coming from Trump supporters, only for TwoMad to double down. Ethan then compared him to Destiny and fucked off. which many saw as cowardly. Hasan asked TwoMad to come on stream to debate the topic of COVID restrictions, which he obliged in their DMs. Hasan made it seem like TwoMad was gonna flake, even calling him out on stream.
You're doing the same thing what Trump supporters did when they called it a pandemic. They said the CDC and Fauci were in the pockets of Big Pharma, and look where that got us. Bro, you are so fucking brain dead. I just come on the stream, jackass. Here, dude. Here, you want to fucking come on the stream? Go ahead. Get on the stream, dude. Get on the stream. You've been begging to be on the stream. Don't make me fucking leak the DMs, dude.
The thing was, TwoMad was trying to come on Hasan's stream. Hasan just didn't care.
Okay, so Hasan says, get on the stream. And then what happens? He's watching surgery on a grape. He's watching fucking MasterChef. There's content here. And you say, tell me to come on the stream. Doesn't let me on. Doesn't let me on. Bruh. I'm in his Discord. I invited him to my Discord. I'm sitting here waiting for the shit to happen. You're begging me to come on your stream. You're beating ass.
Hasan was even banning people in his chats who mentioned TwoMad, clearly showing that he's the one running from a debate.
Wait, people in TwoMad's chat are saying that Hasan banned the word TwoMad in his chat. Is that true? Wait, let me go to Hasan's stream real quick. Let's load up Hasan. I'm verified on Twitch too. So I'm verified on Twitch. Can I type TwoMad? You are currently timed out from chat. You can type again in 24 hours. He auto times you out. Wait a minute. I gotta get a screenshot of this on Twitter. He auto times you out when you type TwoMad in his chat. He's not gonna debate TwoMad. That's not gonna happen.
And the thing is, Hasan could still debate TwoMad. Hasan just needs to buy a Ouija board and put it next to a physical copy of Overwatch. Now here on the Rob's Media channel, we love America. Despite its flaws, I think we can appreciate this country for being the biggest beacon of freedom in the world. But Hasan, he hates America, to a very strange degree. It's usually very performative. He just wants to appeal to the radical socialists in his audience, who hate all aspects of capitalism and those in it. This is why Hasan loves China so much, as he views them as the true ideological competitor to America. The main reason for not moving there, not surprisingly, is because they ban porn.
So why don't you move to China? Because I fucking love, I love freedom of speech, and I love watching porn, and I love consuming gross shit. I'm hedonistic. A lot of those things I can't do in China. Otherwise, I would. Why wouldn't I fucking move to China? It's not like China is, you know, I'm not gonna be harmed in China. As long as I don't say anything that I would normally say about the Chinese government.
Recently, he's been on what I can only describe as a propaganda tour, streaming in China and trying to present this country as better than America in almost every way. This has to have been put together by the CCP in order to instill pro-China sentiment into our country.
Hey, what's going on?
No problem, chat.
Oh, no way! It's a small one.
And it's the first version.
It's the first.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Really? Is that a Bible?
No, that's the Little Red Book.
It is basically.
Yeah.
The Little Red Book?
The Little Red Book. It's the Red Bible is what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some may say more important than the Bible. Some may.
Especially over here.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
This is the book Quotations from Chairman Mao, which is flat out just communist propaganda. It's like if Nick Fuentes was touring Germany and he was gifted a copy of Mein Kampf, soling out about how base and epic it is. During his trip, Hasan would be interviewed by Li Jingjing, a CCP propagandist who's been covering up for China's genocide against the Uyghur Muslims. Hasan has always downplayed this genocide, as it doesn't fit with his worldview. To him, it was simply a cultural genocide.
In that area, there were a lot of people that wanted autonomy from China. And China was like, fuck no, okay? They wanted to, again, do exactly what they've done in the mainland. And I guess, what's the term for it? Like, Hanify it, okay?
What happened?
Make it an area that is also another part of fucking China, okay? In an effort to do that, they wanted to destroy as many parts of, Hanification and forcibly assimilate as many fucking Uyghur Turks as possible. That is cultural genocide, okay? And on top of that, they had rigorous surveillance, like insane rigorous surveillance protocols that are worse than even some areas in the Western world, for sure. Okay, round-the-clock surveillance, and also camps where they would, well, not camps, but like re-education camps, basically, where they would functionally beat the fucking Uyghur autonomy out of you, okay?
This topic would come up during an episode of Leftovers, with Hasan once again downplaying China's actions.
I am critical of certain aspects of China, which you can't really.
Don't they have Uyghur death camps? Is that?
It's not a death camp. They were re-education camps, and they are no longer in operation.
Is that
according
true?
to the Associated Press?
Okay.
Obviously, this is not just a simple cultural genocide. There's reports of human rights violations, forced sterilization, and even deaths happening to the Uyghurs. Hasan will ignore this, and has continued justifying the idea of re-education camps.
So what I want to say was this then. If you're in a socialist country with multiple parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist.
Yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
The solution to that would always be education and offering more
re-education?
Re-education, certainly, yeah. I know that that's like a
Let's
trigger
put them in
word.
camps.
No, not like that. I know there's a trigger word because everyone goes, "Oh, re-education." What do you mean? Like immediately people think like, "Are you
China
talking
does
about
that.
Are you talking about like resident schools? Are you talking about the
China has
Xinjiang?" Yeah,
re-education
100%. They
camps.
do. They do it. They did it in Xinjiang,
Which
which I
isn't
think
good,
was,
right?
No, I don't agree with that. Yeah, I don't think it was good.
There are no death camps in Ba Sing Se. Hasan keeps saying that he doesn't agree with China's sentiment of other minorities, but in the same episode, he justifies China annexing Tibet and erasing their culture.
Tibet was literally a fucking feudal slave mandate, autonomous zone.
China did them a favor.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset. You know, we talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever, but like that's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan existence before the Communist Party came in and
So China unilaterally took over Tibet.
Like
these are their culture. They basically are trying to, homogenize the culture.
If your culture,
they're trying to spoil the religion and the identity.
The part of feudal warlords and slavery, abolishing that. Yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
I think that yes, I will be on the record
just
to
like
state
America did it.
That while the Chinese government,
I'm not going to say it.
Ethan almost brings up a good point. This sounds like the logic people used to justify the treatment of Native Americans during the 19th century.
A lot of the early justifications of settler colonial violence was met with, well, the natives are barbaric. The indigenous population is killing one another. They're practicing bloodletting. They're cannibals and whatnot, some of which was not true at all, and others that might have been true. Now,
well, there's a lot of it that was true. I mean, they did some crazy shit down there.
So ultimately, it still does not justify the inhumane and horrific practice of full-scale genocide, which is infinitely more barbaric than anything that you could basically say about the indigenous population.
That clip is from Hasan's debate with Asmongold regarding Israel and Palestine. That week, Asmon had said this regarding Palestinian culture.
If you want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people.
Pretty reasonable for Hasan to be upset by that, but he doesn't have the same energy with China. Hasan's main bread and butter since late 2023 has been covering the Israel and Palestine conflict. It's something he's been going all in on, as I'm sure it's a topic he's been super passionate about. But only a few months prior, Hasan was debating quitting political content altogether. On his alt account, he said this: "Numbers have been down a lot lately. Need to do more gimmicky fun content. I do think I do way too much politics lately, like it's 6 to 8 hours of news coverage. Shit's breaking my brain." Covering this conflict brought him more viewers, though most of his new viewers aren't interested in watching his other content. Whenever he does a stream unrelated to politics, his viewers dip. He even complained about this on Discord during his March 2024 trip to Australia. Twitch streaming isn't about the actual content. It's about whether people want to pay attention to you or not, and clout. All that shit was a banger, and 13k watched, like I'm fucking gaming at 8 PM. I'm going to kill myself. He then gets mad that people are suggesting stream ideas, saying that he hates his job and doesn't want to stream that day. I hate what my community is becoming. I hate how much people literally despise any type of fun content. We killed all the normies. Everyone is like brain broken and only wants politics. This was a space to convert normies toward politics and people who could enjoy shit. And many of you became like weirdos who don't see that as an important part of the project, because you associate leftism with being an annoying douchebag who hates fun. This is Hasan's own doing. He bred this audience to be annoying sacks of shit who don't actually care about the cause, instead teaching them to be as performative as possible and virtue signal.
Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, alright? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
During that trip to Australia, Hasan was IRL streaming and took photos of fans. One of these fans ran back to chew him out for drinking Coke products.
I'm sorry, I forgot to say, you need to stop drinking Coke Zero on stream.
Why?
It's boycott.
Wait, is it?
You're preaching pro-Palestine and you're drinking all this boycott stuff. Please, Hasan, at least pretend. Do it off stream. Please.
Okay, I'll put it in a glass. Is Pepsi okay?
No.
Is it? Okay.
No soda, son.
I didn't know it was like that.
I'm trying to stop it, isn't that?
You hosted him in his home and I watched him on stream drink Coke Zero.
Yeah,
it's your house, you get to say no.
Yeah, you're right.
You get to say this is a BDS zone.
You're right. Well, we kept the Cokes outside. We have to go out to get them.
Yeah.
It didn't stop him.
It was possible for me to get it.
Well, Shaitan and Shaitan's agent, go to the protest.
Okay, have a
and
good
stop
one.
drinking Coke.
It's completely right.
Damn.
So what she's referring to here is the BDS list. No, not the BDSM list, though I'm sure Hasan is strictly following that one. It's a list of companies that have some level of connection to Israel, that pro-Palestine supporters like Hasan should boycott. The effectiveness of stuff like this is dubious at best. Not to mention the fact that if you're paying taxes in America, some level of that is going to Israel. So I guess the only real solution is to not pay your taxes at all, like Innuendo Studios. Hasan doesn't want to follow the boycott, but he has to pretend in order to not piss off his rabid fans. He'll lie about certain companies not being on the list, because he can't bother following it. Here's some examples.
I'm doing my best to stay away from things on the BDS list, but I found out today YouTube is on the list, which I really should have known. But how do you justify uploading to YouTube? Not criticism, just on it, see what you think about it. What? YouTube is on the BDS list? No, it's not. What are you talking about, chatter? I'm doing my best to stay away from things on the BDS list? What? YouTube is not on the boycott, divestment, and sanctions list.
Google is on that list, with YouTube being included in that.
Starbucks is not even on the BDS list. I know. It's like one of those things. It's like one of those things, like the Starbucks boycott or whatever. Is like one of those things where I just leave. You know, I want the lefties to have a little bit of a treat. You know what I mean?
Starbucks is on the list.
I thought we were boycotting Disney, Hasan. No, I mean, with the exception of last night, I've been boycotting Disney, but no, that's not on the BDS list.
Disney is on the list, and Hasan did realize that, but it doesn't stop him from watching shows on Disney+.
I finished Andor last night. Shit was amazing. It was incredible. What a payoff. It's really good. It's a really good show. I highly recommend it. Obviously, Disney is BDS, so you know you got to do what you got to do when you're watching it. But if you want to be ethical,
Twitch is technically on that list, though Hasan claims it's different because it's a subsidiary of Amazon.
Amazon is on that list, but Amazon is not on that list for Twitch, and it's not on that list for a permanent fucking blockade of Amazon and all Amazon related products, because Palestinian National Committee understands that half of the websites that we are on and that we use AWS as its backend, okay?
This would be sound logic if Amazon wasn't instrumental to buying Twitch subs, which Hasan makes money off of. Also, with the argument of certain companies like Amazon only being pressure targets, what exactly are you doing to pressure them, Hasan?
At the top of the hour, every hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, and MBs, if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe for $6 or for free with a Twitch Prime. By connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you get 1 free Prime subscription a month. Use it on your favorite broadcaster. A supporter of all things. A supporter of all fighters against colonialism.
Now, one thing I will give him is that Coke wasn't on the BDS list during his Australia trip. It only went on the list in late 2024, and Hasan made that clear with his audience.
I'm cooked. No more Diet Cokes. I know. Coca-Cola is now officially on the BDS list. I am fucking devastated. Actually devastated.
Yet despite Coke now being on the list, he still drinks it off stream, like a fat guy cheating on his diet by eating a Big Mac. You can clearly see it in his fridge. This is a photo taken for a New York Times article released in April of this year. It's clear Hasan doesn't give a shit. It's all a performance to quell his angry, irrational fans who hold him up in such high regard. Because of this, Hasan is mostly focused on giving political takes his audience will enjoy, playing it safe for the most part. It's very rare to see him reacting to content critical of him, and when he does debate someone over Israel and Palestine, it'll be someone like a 16-year-old kid, though at least he found someone with the same IQ. Hasan likes to claim that he's done with drama, which is a fucking lie. He only says that when it's drama he's afraid to give a take on. Here's his reaction to a chatter asking if he'd cover the Chris Tyson allegations.
Has Hasan talked about Mr. Beast Chris? Think about this. This is no different than the CodeMiko shit where people were just like, hey, I know that the current sitting president dropped out of the re-election campaign in the most historic thing that has happened in this election cycle, in a sea of historic things that have happened so far. Has Hasan talked about Mr. Beast Chris? Oh no, don't ban me, just a question. I'm not gonna ban you. I do want you to really think about it though. As a political commentator, do you think personally that right now I'm gonna be talking about YouTubers?
I mean, yeah. You're doing a 2-hour stream segment talking about the Taylor Swift drama, an hour segment talking about the Mudahar drama, not to mention 3 hours worth of coverage on the woman who fell in love with her psychiatrist. This guy is just a coward who doesn't want to cover a risque controversy. I'm sure he would have downplayed Chris Tyson's actions like his orbiter Denims did. During the early 2020s, multiple different loose communities formed on Twitch. One of the most prominent ones was the Poggers community, which featured a lot of the more brand-safe streamers like Ludwig, XQC, Pokimane, JSchlatt, QT Cinderella, Moist Critical, and more. Over the years, due to various different controversies, this loose collective has broken off, especially due to Hasan's impact on Twitch. Hasan is Twitch's golden boy. He gets special treatment from the platform despite his controversial nature, which makes it more jarring how he was able to network with these brand-safe creators. Well, part of that is due to his podcast, Fear and, which he hosts with QT Cinderella, Will Neff, Austin Show, and Hasan's producer, Marsh. QTC also hosts the Streamer Awards, which is basically the Oscars for egotistical streamers, where these losers give each other awards and suck each other off. In 2023, Hasan would host the red carpet event alongside Ludwig, QTC's boyfriend. Hasan is also dating Valkyrae, a popular Twitch streamer who's good friends with Pokimane. Their relationship has basically been an open secret for years, though Hasan seemingly doesn't want to reveal it so she doesn't get harassed, though it's probably so Hasan's parasocial audience thinks he's single, so he can continue getting nudes from them.
And he's the type of guy that keeps his girlfriend a secret.
Right.
You know why, right? And I know this. I'll just spill the beans. I don't care at all about him. That's his decision. I said, why do you keep your relationship with Valkyrie a secret? Who cares? Just you guys are dating, be together.
Because let me guess.
And it was his decision. Because he says he doesn't want people harassing her. It's like, I'm like, she's already like a huge
I can guess why.
Internet personality.
He likes everybody dreaming of being with him.
That's obviously why, and that's why women do it too.
Most of these streamers are left-leaning, and either don't know or don't care how radical Hasan's positions are on certain topics. The one streamer that Hasan would always have issues with is XQC, especially after a tier list he made in June 2022. He was ranking different streamers, and had the goal to put Hasan at B tier.
Hasan is B. I like Hasan a lot. He doesn't play a lot of games, so it cuts his versatility a little bit. I think he's not as outgoing enough for fucking collabs too. It could be more fun. It's a good thing though.
Hasan chose to mold on Twitter, deciding to take shots at XQC over his gambling habits. XQC probably ranked me a B-list streamer because I won't fucking have him on when a trending political thing is happening, where he has to act like he cares to farm the last ounce of the Twitch directory, before he goes back to promoting crypto gambling to teens for multiple millions. He then went to Discord to rant about it, as you'd expect from Hasan at this point. He tries referring to XQC as a clout demon for his coverage of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, as if Hasan hasn't been milking the shit out of Israel-Palestine for the past 2 years. I've only been nice to XQC. I've defended him when people attack him for things he's done, despite how much he goes on the whims of chat and shits on me regularly. It's okay, I think he's spineless. I will defend him if people are attacking him over bullshit. I don't think crypto gambling is bullshit, however. No other streamers will defend me, LMAO. Twitch is XQC's website. Hasan would then bring this up on stream, and make this whole drama about gambling on Twitch, even though what got him upset in the first place is XQC's criticism of him.
It's not even the fucking B tier thing. That's just the straw that broke the camel's back, because like it's irrelevant. Like I've fucking tier listed people all the time. I've done it before. I don't give a shit about that ultimately. I do give a shit about, and this is something I talked about last week, I believe, and I actually criticized XQC pretty openly last week, when I was talking about Moon and Asmongold and numerous other content creators constantly fucking pushing back when they don't need to, when their audience randomly brings me up and shits on me. And this is something that happens all the fucking time on Twitch. It is like a very easy meta. It's a very easy meme to be like, yeah, Hasan sucks. Oh, house? Rich man? Oh, just like Hasan, who's a fake socialist. He's a hypocrite.
I guarantee you, Hasan wouldn't care about them gambling on stream if he wasn't being made fun of. Like, this is XQC we're talking about. Should we really be taking this guy seriously?
I said the N-word while talking about him because I wanted to. It adds style to my dialogue, so I said it. What about it? It adds some character to my vocabulary. So I did it. I ripped it. Yep, I did that. What about it?
Also, it's important to note that XQC put Destiny in A tier, which definitely got under Hasan's skin.
I kind of hate Destiny. I'm not a fanboy. I personally dislike him. Okay, but I hate to say it, guys, he's a high A. Okay, he's given up. I think over the years, to the point where being a right is more important than anything. But I think in terms of actual content, he can dish out some content that literally nobody else can.
When XQC did this tier list in 2020, he also put Hasan in B tier, but Destiny was below him in C tier. That might not be why he's mad, but Hasan is childish, so I'm just going to assume it is. As you can tell, Hasan's friendship with these guys is highly transactional. If you don't shit on him, he won't shit on you. He'll adamantly defend you, even over the stupidest shit, as long as you suck him off. But if you go against groupthink, you're ostracized. Another streamer Hasan has gotten pissed at over the years is Moist Critical, which I first noticed during the 2023 iDubbbz drama. Charlie thought Ian's apology was way too over the top, but Hasan loves it when people are politically performative, so he hated Charlie's take.
He wasn't happy with the content he made or the person he was, and now he's trying to apologize for the videos he made. And I, once again, have to completely disagree with the way he looks at it. I feel like his perspective on it is very warped by the way the internet has evolved over the years. The way he talks about this content makes it sound like he used to fucking murder puppies for these videos, which it was never that extreme. I very much would consider...
Bro, come on, Charlie. He was fucking screaming the N-word at people, dude. What the fuck? Okay, I take it back. Charlie's not the normie barometer on this, okay? Nope. He's the barometer for what, like, the internet center is, but no shot, dude.
Then, in November 2023, Charlie would criticize Pokemon's handling of the cookie drama. If you're a normal, functioning person, then you'll have no clue what the fuck I'm talking about. It had to do with Pokemon selling repackaged cookies for $28. Turns out it was 4 packets for that amount, but many still considered these overpriced. There were also concerns of false advertising due to the low amount of vitamin D in each serving. Pokemon chose the worst possible way to respond.
I gotta say this one last time. It makes my brain go boom when people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know, math is hard when you're an idiot, but look, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyways, moving on. Moving on.
我是相信你的能力的，只是现在需要更多的人看到。
If you want to pay $8 for Twitter Blue for some pixels, that's okay. That's fine.
不能再让你们帮我了。
You spend your money how you want.
可帮到现在，
I'll spend mine how I
什么都不
want.
是。
And everyone else will spend theirs how they want. That's the beauty.
Hasan, since he's dating her best friend, decided to white knight for Pokey, going after Charlie for daring to shit-talk her.
Today, and I just assumed this had to be some kind of bad joke she tried to tell, but watching the clip, it seems like she's legitimately upset and actually just calling people that don't want to pay for it or can't afford it broke.
Like, here's the thing. Charlie knows Pokemon. Charlie's met Pokemon. Like, I think. What do you think? You think really she's like anti-fucking poor? Like, that's what's going on?
Even if she was joking, you can tell she's legitimately pissed off. It's something she said at the heat of the moment that she later apologized for. Hasan also claims that people are only going after her because she's a woman.
The big mistake here is that she thought that she could be a woman online and then also come across as not super serious in this very important moment.
He blames the hate on incels and says male streamers don't get the same level of hate.
If this is a joke that Charlie made, nobody would say shit. If this is a joke Ludwig made, nobody would say shit. Because those guys are not exactly considered offensive targets by incels that will take something and then go, that's the most serious thing anyone's ever said. It's a joke that XQC gets away with on a daily basis.
Dude, whenever XQC flexes his wealth, he gets relentlessly shit on for it. It's also not behavior I've seen from Charlie or Ludwig. So why bring them up? The reason why people are going after Pokimane here is because she's an unlikable, smug, arrogant, overgrown high school girl who constantly looks down at others. Though Hasan shares some of those traits, which is why he can't see that. One of Hasan's most arrogant moments is when he said streaming is harder than a 9-to-5 job, specifically when it comes to one's social battery.
Yes, a real job can be gruesome, a real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you, you know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will. No, social battery wise, unless you're in fucking retail, it's very different. You're out of touch. I'm gonna die, dude. There's motherfuckers who are accountants in here and they're misunderstanding what I'm saying. A real job does not expend your social battery in the same fucking way as someone who did a sales job, a real job, okay? I'm telling you, as someone who did both, like 9 hours of constant performance and people pleasing taps you out from social scenarios. After 9 hours of that, I could probably do fucking physical labor. It would not bother me, but I can't fucking do more social shit. That's my point.
Hasan's chat would continue shitting on him for this take, and it even went viral on Twitter. Hasan's response was to say it was out of context, urging his viewers to brigade various posts on the topic.
I don't know what to do. Brigade the fuck out of this post, I guess. Like, I don't know what else to do in this situation.
His fans still disagree with him on this, causing him to spiral.
Pass. It was a bad take. Let's just move on. Because imagine a soul-crushing job and then you still don't have money to take care of your family. Yeah, I famously say work is not soul-crushing. I don't understand. This is why people stop watching? No, man. It's not because of hater content that people stop watching. Your chat is not even on your side. What the fuck? The real reason why people stop watching is because shit like this pops, dude. It bangs.
Yeah, because you're a piece of shit. Now Ludwig, Hasan's friend, decided to cover the story on his Mogul Mail channel. He shows the full context and then jokes about the situation, which was a grave error. You see, one of Ludwig's jokes targeted Hasan himself, something he takes deep offense to.
But I wanted to talk about this, as a streamer myself for almost 6 years now, on how hard it really is. I'm kidding. I just...
Oh, God. It's just like, what's funny is you haven't even addressed this again since then. I know. It's just an opportunity for every single person to be like, look, guys, I'm a content creator. I'm really privileged. Like, yeah, dog, we all are. We all talk about it all the fucking time. It just annoys me because, like, it's such a fake fucking thing to do. It's just literally using someone who you're friends with, like being maliciously clipped out of context to be like, I'm actually one of the good content creators. I know how privileged I am. It's like, yeah, I do too. That's so fucking dumb. Oh my God. Like, it's like no different than what Muda did. He showed the context though. It doesn't fucking matter that he showed the context. It's just a way to just literally farm off the fucking drama. Whatever. Fuck it. Who gives a shit?
Ludwig's comment section began to get brigaded, and he was made aware of Hasan's rage during that night's YouTube stream.
You should call Hasan and apologize. Why is Hasan mad? What did I do? What'd I do? Because I'm a mogul male? I feel like everything I said was fine. Am I crazy? Farmed for views? Oh, well, I mean, shit, if that's the deal, I'll just fucking pull them out of the thumbnail, and then I feel like it doesn't really matter much, right? Because I feel like outside the thumbnail, you can't really make that argument much.
Ludwig would then take down his original video, which many thought was due to Hasan reaching out behind the scenes and pressuring him. Ludwig made it seem like it was due to his sponsor being unsatisfied with the video, though as something he recently said on stream, I'm led to believe it was public pressure from Hasan's rabid fanbase.
I don't think I was like making a poignant statement about how I disagree with Hasan's politics. I think it was the equivalent of, haha, Hasan said 9-to-5s are easier than streaming. Anyway, check out this sponsor. So it's not like a moral hill that I was here to die on. It was, hey, I don't want to deal with the brigading from Hasan fans. I'm here to do this for a paycheck, so let me delete it. Was it the right move to make? Probably not, but it's the move I made at the time.
Many still saw it as a cowardly move, especially after Ludwig completely remade the video and spent much of the runtime glazing Hasan.
I'm pretty sure Hasan also understands that workers have it rough and generally tries to voice for workers to have it better, and is actually one of the people that inspired me to make Off-Brand, my company that I own. Hello, I'm the owner of Off-Brand, and I have 30 employees, and turn it into a workers' co-op, a place that generally treats workers better. And so,
instead of addressing the harassment he got from Hasan's viewers, he points out random Twitter DMs from troll accounts.
And this is the one that set me over the edge. Now, this is a DM from a guy that just said no balls because I removed the video. Again, what the fucking plan to re-upload the video? But he messages me and he says no balls. Now, you know, by itself, you don't think much of it. But then I clicked on his Twitter account and I see that he said this: wish assassinations were a real thing. And this isn't a quote retweet to people in this situation. Not trying to say who, I'm not trying to get demonetized here. But what a fucking crazy thing for Mr. Penis Head to say.
Yes, this is a Twitter user named Mr. Penis Head. What are you expecting? Him to write out a college essay, respectfully detailing why you're wrong? It's just pointless for him to engage with this. It's like when Eden Riley began arguing with a chatter named I Get Blacked. This whole drama created a very popular narrative that Ludwig is Hasan's lapdog, his spin doctor, his bitch. And I legitimately believe this. Though that's mainly due to another drama Ludwig got himself into in November 2024. Around that time, Twitch was under heavy scrutiny for platforming Hasan, leading to an adpocalypse where streamers were making less money. Ludwig decided to cover this, but for the most part, he declined to mention Hasan's crucial role in this.
There's currently, in Twitch world, a piss match, right? Hasan is blaming Asmongold for the adpocalypse for teaming up with people who he says started it. Mizkif is blaming Hasan, saying that everyone who does politics should be outright banned. And Asmon is
looking at me and blaming me. I want to say you're welcome.
Taking blame himself. And probably talking about DEI again for the 100th time.
The reason why I'm having to show that clip from Destiny's stream is because he quickly cut that part out. Again, people suspected that he removed this due to pressure from Hasan or his audience, though it was actually due to his inclusion of Mizkif. Mizkif's statement regarding Twitch was taken out of context by Ludwig, so we cut that part out. This video felt incredibly rushed and poorly researched, leading to both sides of the discussion getting pissed at him, though it seems like he was more worried about pissing off Hasan's side, as he's clearly motivated by fear. If he fucks up again, Ludwig is getting 50 lashings. Oops. And I'm sure another part of it is that Hasan is good friends of QTC, and will graciously allow Ludwig to sit in the cuck chair as they fuck.
This is one he reposted. I genuinely feel every time Hasan flirts with QT Cinderella. Oh! He retweeted this one of a fan obsessing over his supposed on-screen romance with his friend Cutie Cinderella.
Yeah, it's totally normal for Hasan to repost that. Not creepy at all. I hope this further makes you understand why I call Hasan a fake male feminist. One particular situation that kickstarted Twitch's adpocalypse was a stream Hasan did with Nick Pullum, aka NMP LOL. This was jarring for multiple reasons, mainly due to how brand safe this guy is, but I bet he was told by other streamers that Hasan was just a social democrat. He streamed with the guy for an entire day, and quickly learned how radical his positions are.
Are we gonna learn a lot today?
Maybe. Hasan Nasrallah was assassinated.
Wait, what'd you say?
Hasan Nasrallah.
Who's that?
He's the leader of Hezbollah, the general secretary of Hezbollah.
What's Hezbollah?
Hezbollah
is that small guy?
Hezbollah is this is the same name.
Okay.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization that is also a part of the Lebanese parliament.
Do we like them or no?
I think as a resistance group, they're pretty successful against Israel. But everybody hates them. Like everybody in the region, a lot of people don't like them. Like
I like what you like.
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say.
Hezbollah is designated as a terrorist organization by 26 different countries, including the United States. Hasan likes them because America bad, glazing them up as an outstanding organization.
I'm gonna be honest, Hasan.
But they are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well, I mean, we also called Nelson Mandela a terrorist until 2008. Do you know who that is?
He was in prison for a while.
Yeah, for terrorism.
Okay, just because someone was unjustly designated as a terrorist doesn't mean Hezbollah is innocent. I mean, they've killed hundreds of civilians. Though since Hasan couldn't convince Nick of how awesome Islamic terrorism is, he decided to play what he calls a Houthi musical. The Houthis being another US designated terrorist organization.
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical? Sure. These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way. Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, I need the money, guys.
I'm gonna grab my
I'm so confused. What is this?
Hasan just leaves this guy alone to watch terrorist propaganda, something that breaks Twitch's rules, by the way. Nick is completely flabbergasted like any normal person would.
Did he leave me alone in a room with like a propaganda video playing? What is going on? Can you explain this? This is a 3-minute video of... What do you mean a music video? When you said music video, I'm expecting like, bad example, Chris Brown dancing, you know?
No. They do like,
what is
they do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you, look, you think I made this?
This isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shoot. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
No, it is. They do musicals about like their fucking, like their actions all the time.
Their actions being killing civilians. But let's ignore all that. Look how happy they are, Nick. They're just like you and me. Even though they'd fucking kill you in a heartbeat, Hasan continues showing terrorist propaganda on stream. Even showing footage of the Houthis raiding a ship and trying to describe it like an action movie. This failed to radicalize Nick, who was deeply disturbed by this whole stream. A couple of days later, he'd bring up Hasan while driving with his streamer friends.
So at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want to say, as long as it's Twitch TOS, you're good to go. Because hell, even a couple days ago, I was hanging out with my buddy Hasan, and this guy unironically put a terrorist propaganda music video on and then left the room.
Left the room?
Yeah, and I was just like, and the thing is, like, in hindsight, it's hilarious, you know? But at the same time, I'm like, what is going on here? This is wild to me.
Yeah.
But like, I just, and like, he was like, yo, they're such great dancers. Look how good
my god.
I was like, okay. You know, but yeah, we just keep doing stuff. So you say what you want to say, you do what you gotta do. It's really not a problem.
Hasan is just a terrible friend, straight up. He doesn't even treat these streamers as people. They're like pieces on a chessboard, waiting to move them in certain ways in order to strengthen his own notoriety and reputation. And now he's Twitch's top dog, stepping over other streamers who help pave the way for him. But there's one friend of his that Hasan really fucked over, which has since transformed into one of the internet's biggest beefs at the moment. Several months after the conclusion of Frenemies, host of the H3 podcast, Ethan Klein, would create a new series in September 2021 called Leftovers. The show aimed to be more political, and featured Hasan as a co-host. The two began collabing that summer, with Ethan believing Hasan to be another social democrat. Now, Ethan should have really looked into Hasan more, though his excuse is that it's unfair for him to judge Hasan for his edgy moments, when Ethan has had his own. The only difference is that Hasan's edgy moments come from him being a whiny baby who can't properly articulate his arguments, and Ethan's edgy moments comes from him flexing his own power level.
Here is Ethan Klein being a delightful human being.
I was just gonna say, if there's another Holocaust, if they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets gassed first.
Well, that's nice. I have a rule generally, which is I don't want people killed in the Holocaust.
Over the course of Leftovers, Ethan would slowly realize how radical Hasan truly is, with him especially not liking Hasan's statement about capitalists being placed in re-education camps. The final straw came with episode 61, where the two discuss the Israel and Palestine conflict following October 7th. Both are pro-Palestinian, but Ethan also sympathizes with the innocent Israelis caught up in the conflict. Hasan clearly wants them to be eradicated, but is too cowardly to say it out loud.
There was some sort of rave or desert party where they were having a great time until the resistance came in electrified hang gliders and took at least several dozen hipsters. But I'm sure they're doing very fine despite what the New York Post says.
I mean, that's insane, right?
I don't even... Yeah, okay. Like...
Okay.
I'm
just criticizing people. You don't have to comment if you're not comfortable about it.
Okay. I mean, I have no...
I mean, he was just like, I don't like this shit.
Okay.
It bothers me.
I understand why... I understand
He
why you
goes,
don't like
the
it.
electrified hang gliding heroes flew in and killed a bunch of hipsters partying. They were having so much fun at the party till these fucking heroes showed up and mass murdered everyone. Oh, and we liberated the kibbutz, by the way. Everyone's cheering. We liberated the kibbutz, aka beheading babies.
Earlier in the episode, Hasan also tries to argue that Israeli babies should count as valid military targets.
Palestinians have the legal ground to violently seize back their own homes from these settlers. This is a reality, and that is precisely the reason why they have to exist under endless occupation in the West Bank.
You know what? And that's why I say, if it was settlers, that would be a lot more understandable. Yeah. But let's not obfuscate, okay? I understand what you're saying, but this dude just called babies militants.
No, I understand. And there are baby settlers as well. But there are baby settlers as well. There are babies in the settlements.
But the babies that killed were not.
This is also the same podcast where Hasan fake cries in order to garner sympathy and not look like a bloodthirsty monster. Surprisingly, this didn't work for many people.
And rip the Palestinian flag!
Oh my god, he's crying! What a fucking bitch!
This podcast created a lot of problems between Ethan and Hasan's audience, who he had been cultivating over the past 2 years. Hasan's head moderator, Frogan, had made this tweet celebrating the events of October 7th, leading to Ethan quietly unfollowing her. Frogan decided to rant on Discord about Ethan and call him Islamophobic. I guess thinking that terrorism is bad means you hate Muslims, which really shows how dumb her logic is. Ethan would begin facing harassment from Hasan's audience, which the two would talk about a month later.
Do you care that your chat is calling me racist? Do you make any attempt to modify?
I have not looked at my chat.
Moderate that at all?
I have not looked at my chat at all, but you
I
have
just
to
opened it, but don't you have moderators? Do you care at all about what your audience says about me?
There's 32,000 people in here right now. The reason why people are saying that is because of the conflations that you made, Ethan. That's why, like, I can't stop people from viewing you a certain way if you're gonna make these comparisons that they've heard from actually racist people. You literally implied that Jewish Voice for Peace would be akin to a capo in this circumstance.
Oh, you are fucking so bad faith for saying that, and fuck you for even like putting that out in the world. That was not my point.
Made this comparison.
My point was that you can find anybody to defend any fucking thing. That was my point.
Now Ethan is right to call this out, as it's clear Hasan doesn't want to moderate his chat at this very moment. As seen throughout the entirety of this video, Hasan's chat is heavily moderated, and he'll ban anyone who simply inconveniences him in any way, whether it's someone offering valid criticism, or someone who's clearly just one-guying him. But he won't moderate it here because he doesn't actually give a shit about Ethan, and never has. Just like his buddies on Twitch, Hasan sees Ethan as a piece on a chessboard to further his career, and now Ethan has outlived his usefulness. It's also important to note that Hasan will police the chats of other streamers, though it's only in situations where he's negatively affected.
What I personally believe is that once I started talking out against gambling, even though you literally did the gambling stream and then stopped gambling, you started ripping into me a lot in your fucking chat. Like, whenever your chat was, like, calling me out or whatever, and I talked about this even before, like, the tier list drama or whatever, which I don't really give a shit about the tier list in that circumstance. But I had talked a week prior to that, there's clips of it, when mentioning Moon and NMP Lol, Asmongold, and all these other content creators actually, you know, whipping their communities when their chat is going fucking absolutely bananas over random dumb shit and bringing my name up for no fucking reason. And I thought that for the past year, especially since like the gambling debate that we had, you, me, Trainwrecks, and Ethan, that you were just allowing that shit to run rampant in your chat. And I thought that was fucked up, especially as someone who thought we were fucking friends. I think that's a reasonable expectation for someone who you consider to be a friend.
Hasan would also go after Vosh for not whipping his community into shape, specifically when they were shitting on him for his terrible coverage of Russia and Ukraine.
I'm definitely taking a day off, but I'm sick and tired of this. I'm not going to be live tomorrow. The second you had a bad take on Ukraine and V shit on you for it, his entire community took it as a green light to just shit on you relentlessly. They were never your supporters in the first place. They were just watching their daddy V to give them the green light to shit on you. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is not a leftist community at all, for the record. I don't know. I really thought so. I reached out to Vosh earlier today. I was like, listen, dude, I see something going on that I don't like. I'm letting you know it's a fucking never-ending death spiral. It will turn out bad if you just like allow this kind of shit to foster. And he was like, he was literally like, yeah, no, fuck off. Like, these were legitimate criticisms. I was like, bro, they were literally clipping shit from my Twitter where I was criticizing Russia to make it seem like I was pro-Russia. How is that in any way, shape, or form fucking legitimate criticism?
And now, Hasan's community is acting the exact same way towards Ethan. And for about a year, Hasan didn't say shit about it. Ethan himself would mostly ignore it until TwitchCon 2024. Frogan, alongside her co-hosts on her failing show Arabs, did a Twitch-approved tier list panel ranking Arabs at the top and Jews at the bottom. I went more in detail on the situation in this video here, but suffice to say, this pissed off Ethan, since the panelists refer to him as a Zionist, a label he rejects. This and the previously mentioned Asmongold drama caused backlash for Twitch, with many believing the site has double standards. The consensus was, why did Asmon get banned and not those in Hasan's circle? Who say things just as crazy? Hasan in particular loves to glaze up terrorist organizations, not just in that stream of Nick Pullum, but in other streams as well. The craziest example of which being his interview for Shad al-Haddad, aka Timothy Chalamet. He's called that because many believe him to be a Houthi rebel, including Hasan back in January 2024.
I DM'd him. Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean? Excuse me? Of course I'm about to have a... I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. I'm a journalist now.
Now this actually could be good journalism. It's not wrong to interview a terrorist. Hasan himself even mentioned this point during his next stream.
I mean, you have the famous 1997 Osama bin Laden interview where he declares jihad on a CNN interview. And there's definitely a difference between Osama bin Laden. I'm not even making the equivalence. I'm saying that this is a valid thing to conduct an interview on. Okay? This is valid.
The issue is never who he's interviewing, it's how he conducted the interview. Instead of asking this guy really hard questions, he seemingly just wanted to be friends with this guy.
Does he? Okay, this is a stupid question. Okay, you can preface it with that. Does he know what One Piece is?
One Piece, like, is that an organization?
No, One Piece is an anime.
Oh, okay. أول شيء بقول لك إنه ممكن هذا السؤال يكون شوي أهبل بس بسألك تعرف شو هو One Piece؟ عمرك سمعت ب One Piece؟
أكيد يعني منذ الطفولة وأنا أشاهد One Piece. Luffy.
Is it Luffy?
Yeah, he said he's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes, that's fire. That's so fire. Oh my god, dude. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
This is the most soy shit ever. It's like if CNN asked Osama bin Laden if he likes Lady Gaga. When faced with criticism the next day, Hasan deflects and tries labeling his detractors as racists.
The problem is not that you interviewed him, it's how you interviewed him. Gave me chicken and waffles with the Nazi vibes. That's great. That's a great question, or that's a great point to raise here. Except, this person is not a Nazi in the United States of America. He's not a Nazi in Yemen either. You are suspecting him of being that because you're primed into assuming that this 19-year-old is straight up a Nazi. He's giving you Nazi vibes, I guess. I can't do anything to help you sort out your own internal biases that makes you feel like this is not a good thing, this is a bad thing. Why are there 3-year chatters being openly racist in here? Because they're American, or they are beneficiaries of Western imperialism and recognize it to a certain degree and don't want to question it.
The reason why people think this way is because the Houthi flag reads, "Death to America, death to Israel, curse on the Jews." Hasan would later claim that Timothy Chalamet was never a Houthi in the first place, completely rewriting history, as if he was always presented as some random Yemeni teenager.
I had a random teenager from Yemen on this fucking broadcast, and these dipshits literally kept saying he's an anti-Semitic, homophobic, gay people executing terrorist Houthi who killed probably a bunch of fucking sailors. Random fucking Yemeni teenager who in the interview said he's not anti-Semitic, that he's totally on board with anti-Zionist Jews, which was shocking for him to even learn about.
This guy is calling people son of a Jew openly on his TikTok page as an insult. If this was a white person, Hasan would be quick to call them anti-Semitic. The reason why people think Al-Haddad is a Houthi is because he's filming himself on hijacked ships, and vividly describes what's happening to the hostages.
He's saying that they win over the crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the US government.
That's so funny. Okay, that doesn't probably take much to be fair.
I mean, this guy's on Twitter reposting Houthi propaganda and making terrorist threats. I mean, he's gotta be a Houthi. It's clearly what made Hasan interested in the first place.
I'm sorry. If you're this effortlessly cool and good looking while you are overtaking a commercial vessel on international waters that are 100 miles off of your country's coastline, Israel and America have no answer to counter this propaganda. That's it. It's Jover. You are now officially a real life Monkey D. Luffy, okay?
Do I need to get a private room for you two? Cause holy shit, you are sucking this guy off. It got so absurd that Hasan was comparing this guy to Anne Frank during his debate with Asmongold.
This kid is I think he was 19 at the time when I talked to him. Which means that for most of his life, he has withstood genocide, right? He is a person whose only experience is it's literally like talking to fucking Anne Frank, basically, okay? Being able to talk to Anne Frank in real time. That's all he's known.
Pretty sure Anne Frank was a pacifist who would have disavowed this sort of behavior, but I guess Hasan thought it best to use her legacy for political brownie points. It's worse than when Justin Bieber thought she would have been a believer. Still to this day, Hasan claims he's not a Houthi pirate, yet he never questions how he's able to befriend actual Houthis and film with them.
Liberals like Ethan Klein, Sex Pestiny, and their fucking weirdo audiences and Asmongold's audience will regularly say Rashid Al-Haddad is a Houthi, but even Fox News, because it's still a news outlet, will be like, it's just, they won't say he's a Houthi. They'll say he's a Houthi sympathizer. They won't say he's a Houthi. I wonder why. Perhaps it's because, there are still quality assurance that they have to abide by. They still have standards that they have to abide by, versus a dumbass online content creator, myself included, can say whatever the hell they want.
This and many other controversies has led to Hasan being referred to as a terrorist sympathizer, someone quick to glaze up radical extremists if they happen to oppose the West. This led to US State Representative Richie Torres writing a letter to Twitch, which concerns Hasan's unhinged rhetoric. This amount of attention spooked Hasan, who chose to private all of his then public Twitch VODs. This shifted some of the attention to Dan Clancy, Twitch's CEO, who clearly agrees with Hasan's extreme political stances. I mean, this guy is sending personalized happy birthday messages to Hasan, something I've never seen him do with any other Twitch streamers.
Happy birthday to you.
What the fuck?
Happy birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hasan runs Twitch allegations after this. This is crazy. Oh my God. Like, the most rabid Redditors just clip this and they're gonna be like, the most rabid Redditors just clip this and they're gonna use this permanently to be like, see, I told you, he's got banning powers.
Happy birthday, dear Hasan.
This is crazy.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm cooked, I'm
Happy
cooked.
birthday from Twitch, Hasan. Happy birthday from Twitch.
Top of LSF, Hasan runs Twitch, proof in the pudding. 7,000 upvotes, definitely not brigaded. 7,000 upvotes. Everyone's talking about like how rich of a socialist I am and how I got Jeff Bezos' phone number in my phone.
Just like Hasan, Dan is a massive creep towards women, using his role at Twitch to promote hot tub streamers and general OnlyFans degeneracy, which he wanks it to every single night.
You want to explore clips?
That's very nice.
And now you have a clips feed. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday. You click there, and now you're in your stories feed. Okay?
Okay.
Dan has also pushed Hasan's content in this exact same way, allowing him to get away with ban after ban despite constantly calling for violence. It took years for this to be called out more prevalently, with Ethan Klein leading the charge. In January 2025, he finally released Content Nuke Hasan Piker, a video lambasting Hasan's recent behavior. It specifically focuses on Hasan's support of terrorism, while also taking shots at his closeness with Twitch. Hasan obviously didn't want to watch this video on stream, so he kept making up excuses. For one, he dismissed it as drama slop, claiming that Ethan and other commentary channels are using the severity of geopolitics for their own personal gain.
Like, for them, it's just all drama. Okay? It's all drama. Like, Ukraine, drama. Palestine, drama. Okay? What is this? I think Ethan just wants to defame you and you to react by suing him. I'm not even going to watch his fucking video. And by the way, if I did, get great views overall. I'm not even going to dignify it. And you can say it's because I'm scared. Okay? If you are literally the dumbest person in the United States of America, perhaps the entire planet, okay, then yes, you can think that. I am stating it very clearly. Ethan Klein, if you want to have a conversation with me, I am available. I can talk to you about any number of different political disagreements that we have, except this time, I'm not going to be fucking nice to you. Okay? I'm not going to treat you with kitty gloves. I'm not going to talk to you like you're a special boy who deserves my special attention and that you're so funny and so special. Okay? I'm going to talk to you in the same exact way that I would to an actual political content creator.
Now, Ethan was actually down to debate Hasan. He just wanted him to react to the Content Nuke first. At the time, his excuse was that he was on vacation. He didn't have time to watch it in Japan. He was too busy dressing up as a cat boy and embarrassing himself in public.
This is how you don't know what in Japan cares. We just got mobbed by a flock of students, okay? And not a single one made a peep or even looked in our direction. And normally, I feel like in America, if you saw a bunch of teenagers getting out of school and they saw me in this outfit, they'd beat me to death with hammers.
They beat you up, yeah.
I mean, I would too if you strolled up looking like that. You might as well have a sticky note on your back that reads, "Kick me." Hasan would still spend much of this trip doing his standard React content, even watching Ryan Beard's Content Nuke on Destiny.
Oh, I did troll the shit out of the DDoS kid. That's a guy, that's one of the people, like, legitimately, like, I was so, you have no, like, it's actually kind of scary, like, how close I was to getting people together to go down to his house and kill him and his family.
Destiny has defended this to this day.
Hasan was definitely being a coward here, as he instead watched Banapanada's videos about the nuke, someone who would coddle him like a baby, and glaze up Hasan's support of terrorism. Ethan and Hasan would finally debate in May 2025, though I'm not really going to dive into it here. It's just 5 hours of them yelling at each other about geopolitics. Neither of them really make an impact on the other. You were mainly just here for the entertainment value.
Because, no, I said I didn't say.
Bro, you literally look like the dude from Beetlejuice. That's crazy. The small head guy.
Ethan, I use my words very carefully. I said in the Instagram story that you posted. I don't watch your stream that much. I don't. You know, I only
in that
see
waiting
like
room.
bits and pieces of
Bro,
it.
that's crazy. Do you see the resemblance?
What?
You're this guy from Beetlejuice. In this photo, you have like the same coat and shit.
Yeah.
It's
that's you are a comedian.
I sure am, buddy. I see you laughing.
By this time, Hasan still hadn't watched the content nuke, so he instead appeared in iDubbbz's content cop on Ethan Klein. Pretty terrible video. I went more in detail on it here. It's a pretty poorly researched video, with Ian sourcing most of his clips from Reddit, something Hasan claims Ethan did for the content nuke. It is possibly the worst intro in all of YouTube history, with Ian and a bunch of Hasan's lackeys dancing around his room.
Ethan, wake up.
Wakey, wakey, Ethan. Wake up, Ethan. Wake up. Time to be awake, Ethan. Wake up, Ethan. This is no longer a dream. This is a nightmare. Wake up.
Ethan, the dumb bitch is telling you to wake up.
Wake up, Ethan. Wake up.
During this video, Ian holds up one of Hasan's swords, which has a very strange symbol on it. Now, many like Ethan himself chose to be charitable, thinking it was simply a Buddhist peace symbol. Hasan had bought it at Anime Expo 2023, as it resembles Ichigo's sword from the anime Bleach.
This one's sicker. Wait, that's a little sus. That's questionable.
But it's clear that Hasan didn't buy the sword because he's a fan of Bleach. In fact, Hasan has seemingly never seen the show, as he can't even identify the show's main antagonist.
S tier. Wait, I don't even know who that guy is.
That's Isaac from Bleach.
Oh, I don't watch Bleach.
Yeah, so
and I'm not caught up with Naruto, so I don't know.
Do you watch Bleach? I do not. I do not watch Bleach.
Hasan bought it because the sword's hilt looks like a swastika. He even refers to it as the swastika sword.
I've never watched anime before. I don't know how belts work.
That's a back. That's like a bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It immediately goes for the swastika one. Got it.
I like this already much better. You're the one who owns this.
Now, typically, I wouldn't give a shit if someone owns an edgy-looking sword. The issue comes from Ian and Hasan's cowardice. They clearly posed the fit to look cool and edgy and piss off Ethan, as anti-Semitism is a sore spot for him. It's meant to be provocative, but after they got called out for it, they started playing dumb.
He pulled up clips of you saying you don't watch it? Yeah, it's not... What? What is the argument? He begged the crew to find him clips of you talking about Bleach, so they clips of you saying I don't watch Bleach to prove that you only got the sword because it has a swastika on it and you're a Nazi. That's awesome.
It's safe edginess once again. Make jokes that seem risque and cool to your audience, and then crap on other people who do the same thing. This content cop drama completely tarnished Ian's reputation, leading to the failure of his charity boxing event, Creator Clash 3. It probably would have failed regardless, so Hasan actually did something good and raised money for charity. He finally decided to watch the content nuke, with Ian sitting in his usual cuck chair.
What's up, Ian? Hold on.
That's Orange Justice.
iDubbbz is doing an anti-Semitic dance, and through the interwebs, he's actually communicating in a very scary anti-Semitic manner. No, not only am I joking there, I'm gonna show you something. Okay, here, that's another Destiny clip, by the way, classic. Okay. Yeah, God forbid you pick up a fucking sword in here, okay?
I was thinking about doing some sort of ritual in
here.
No
more swords, okay?
Oh.
Ian is genuinely disappointed. I bet it's the only time in his life he's ever felt threatening, right before his bitch wife yells at him to film her 4 p.m. OnlyFans shoot. October 7th, a day most will remember for its sheer violence and destructiveness. A day that will now live in infamy due to the many online reactions it garnered. And yes, I'm talking about October 7th, 2025. The day everyone saw Hasan zap his dog like she was Frankenstein's monster.
Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
So, what the fuck happened here? Well, Hasan was having internet troubles that day and began ranting about it on stream, blaming it on America, even though he might just have shitty Wi-Fi in his house.
Can you guys see me? I don't even know. Is it refreshed? Oh, it is. Oh, great. Okay. Predictably, because I'm in the United States of America, the most dog shit country on the fucking planet, the absolute worst country on the planet, straight up, bar none, a capitalist shithole. Kaya, now was not the opportunity for you to... Down. The absolute worst fucking place on the planet. Just a horrific, monstrous, awful, dog shit country that I fucking despise. The absolute fucking worst country that has the most wealth throughout history, throughout time, the wealthiest nation on the planet, and we don't have a fraction of the dedicated broadband speeds that you can get in a fucking village on the countryside of France.
This guy could get a flat tire, and instead of fixing it, he'll rant about it being Israel's fault.
Damn you Jews! I was eating Cheerios this morning and I had one that wasn't a perfect circle. It's the fucking Jews trying to brainwash me again.
This rant obviously startles his dog, Kaya, who had spent the last 2 hours of the stream laying on her elevated bed. She makes another attempt to get up, which Hasan seemingly stops.
This is a moment of fucking anger for like something that is just so routine, so silly, such a first world problem. But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America... Kaya, please just fucking go... Just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. It's just... You're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom. No, she doesn't want to come over here to see what's up. She just wants to fucking roam the house because she got to roam the house when I was gone. And she needs to literally have the same structured, regimented... I think this clip went to Trump's big baby desk immediately. I hate everything. I hate everything.
This clip immediately went viral, being posted to livestream fails and other adjacent subreddits. Many reasonably believed he shocked his dog with an e-collar, as he seemed to reach for something under his desk seconds before Kaya yelped. Hasan became aware of this clip going viral during the same broadcast, claiming that she clipped her dew claw on the bed, explaining why she yelped.
Oh my god. Is there like a fucking LSF video or something? Is that why there's like hella people coming in here and screeching? Is that what's going on? Oh, classic. It started on D, then H3, then LSF is the classic pipeline. I'm gonna fucking die, dude. Yes, I am incredibly abusive to the not only best trained, but also the best behaving and most spoiled dog on the planet. Is from when Kaya yelped. Yeah, she yelped because she fucking clipped herself on something when she was getting off the bed.
Now at first, this could have been a reasonable explanation, though many questioned why he didn't check up on Kaya if she was in pain. Why didn't he go over to her and check out her injury? Well, the cope was that Hasan could still see her through his monitor, though that wasn't enough for most people. Hasan waited a whole day to present the collar, which could have given him enough time to make modifications. He says it's only a vibration collar, one he uses to train her with the place command.
Kaya, okay. Come here. This is one of Kaya's many collars. Come here. Sit. This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate. And that's it. Are you happy?
Internet autists took a closer look at the collar by upscaling the brightness, noticing what looked like black electrical tape on where the prong should be. He claims it's to cover up the address label, but the placement makes absolutely no sense. Now why would Hasan lie about this? Why would he use a shock collar in the first place? The prevailing theory is that he uses Kaya as a prop, having her stay in the exact same spot for multiple hours a day, kind of like how he uses all these other props in his room to fill up the background. Hasan would deny this, saying he uses the place command on her to ensure she doesn't sleep on the floor, as that could hurt her joints.
The reason why she's not allowed to roam inside of this room, with the exception of like stretching or getting up, getting down, drinking water, things like that, is because she likes to lay on the ground. When she lays on the ground, that's terrible for her fucking joints. Every single thing that I do with this dog is either with a professional dog trainer or with a vet.
Hasan had explained this in a previous stream, saying it was part of Kaya's training.
One of the parts of this training is also supposed to put her, like, we're using the elevated bed, as you guys can see. And one of the things with the elevated bed is that she has a leash on right now on the elevated bed, so she can't like really get off of it. So she now knows to sit in place for hours and hours on end, which, as is her breed, she is not very active regardless, so that's good.
People still question this. Why was Hasan using the place command for Kaya when she was simply getting up? Maybe she needed water, or wanted to go to another room to avoid her master's cringe rant. It seemed highly unnecessary, which YouTubers like Moist Critical called out.
Now I saw he mentioned place training. Place is an actual dog training thing, and the whole idea behind it is designating a spot in a comfortable location for your pet. And when it comes to place, you do not want to like make it something stressful for the animal, at least in our teachings. It's supposed to be a comforting spot for them, not like a stressful thing where they just go there and fucking like, you know, blue screen in the brain and just sit there idly comatose. And if they don't, they get punished. So he's calling this her place. But when she's moving from the place, he's scolding her. That's not what we were taught you're supposed to do when it comes to place training. That kind of defeats the purpose of it. I don't know why he would be getting so upset at that, like angry at the dog for moving from place.
The issue Hasan had by this time is that he kept changing his story. 2 days in, the dew claw thing was rarely mentioned again, with Hasan's main narrative being that he used the vibration collar on Kaya. Others asked what he was reaching for under his desk, to which Hasan claimed he was reaching for some nicotine pouches.
Large dog, what were you reaching for in the clip? What do you think?
This makes no sense because in the original clip, Hasan is never shown inserting the Zin into his mouth, so either he magically teleported it from his hand to his mouth, or he stuck it up his own ass. 5 days later, Hasan claimed that he was reaching for a button, one that opens up the front gate to his house.
But now the only people that still are like actively pushing it are people who are genuinely mentally ill, in the way that like anytime my fucking arm moves around or like I unlock the gate or some shit, like I do have a button on my desk for the gate, right? And I unlock the gate, and obviously if you have a dog, you know this already, when they hear that the gate is unlocked, they perk up. They're like, oh my God, he shocked her again. You know, it's just, they are weird stalkers that are demonstrating their mental illness.
2 days later, he claims Kaya never even had the collar on in the original clip, which is a blatant lie if you watch the stream. He then transitions this talking point to explaining why, if he had a shock collar, then it's okay to use.
They moved away from the initial conversation, which was that like she didn't even have that collar on to begin with. And the only reason why I showed the collar was because people were clipping other instances. First of all, are any of the collars illegal? No. Even in the maximalist position, even if what like the people that are claiming are just like a significant threat or whatever, like most, I've said this already, e-collars that have shocking components that feel like a TENS machine, which I've used on myself in the past because, you know, I'm around dogs that have been trained with that and use it, is not only is it not illegal, but it's also straight up used in the e-fencing for people, and it's used in the training of like dogs in general.
I didn't shock my dog, guys. You just have to trust me. But if I did zap that mangy mutt, it was totally justified.
Have mercy. Please, please.
There is no mercy.
Now, I'm not here to argue whether shock collars are good or bad, because that's a whole nother conversation. The main discussion should be whether Hasan is lying about having a shock collar, as it's overly excessive to use one on your dog for the simple crime of getting up. I don't think that deserves the full lightning power of Wisp the Dragon. Hasan pins much of this conversation on the fact that his dog is mostly inactive indoors, explaining that she has a lot of exercise in the morning. Kaya is a Tibetan Mastiff, one of the most expensive dog breeds in the world. This is something Hasan obviously can afford, though he claims he got the dog for free. Now, I personally don't believe this story, but according to Hasan, he got Kaya for free off Craigslist.
I went on Craigslist and I looked for big breeds, and I found a Mastiff breed. The family wanted to have her, but realized that she is going to be too big for their daughter. And the dude who had her originally was like, yeah, she eats way too much already. And also on top of that, like, we already have some big dogs and I'm having a child. Now, why is the I'm having a child important as far as this component goes? Well, the reason why it's important is because originally I was supposed to go today to get her, but that didn't happen. Why? Well, because my man's wife went into labor and he was like in panic mode. He's like, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you want this dog, he's like, brother, if you want this dog, you gotta come get her literally tomorrow. So instead of going to a wedding like I was supposed to on Saturday for my friend Jack Wagner, I had to travel. I was like, congratulations, but like, dude, what the fuck? So I had to travel over to an area in California to go grab this little thing and then bring her home. And then afterwards, there was no shot I was going to be able to stream Let's Be Real.
So apparently, I'm supposed to believe that this guy got an expensive dog for free on Craigslist, a website where some of the most desperate people sell from. In my opinion, Hasan made this story up, so he didn't have to admit to spending $10,000 on Kaya, as that could conflict with his image of being a socialist living on a basic necessity budget. Hasan definitely has the means to buy an electric collar. I mean, he even admitted to owning one back in 2019.
My old roommate wanted to use a shock collar for fish, and his dog's barking. I couldn't do it. I have it still. I bought it. They are incredibly effective, but I couldn't do it.
This doesn't confirm that he used one, but it shows that he has a shock collar in his possession. Just because he wouldn't use one on his previous dog, Fish, doesn't mean he wouldn't use one with Kaya. Internet autists were able to find other moments where Kaya is seemingly shocked after being given the place command, which only strengthened the narrative.
Everything works. Everything is fast. Kaya, place. Get back there. What is this? Hey, out. Place. Kaya, place. Go. No, place. Enough of this madness. So all this does is breed resentment against Israel, and also, depending on how That's crazy.
A couple of weeks prior to October 7th, Hasan was doing a stream with Jennifer Welch, where she noticed how tight Kaya's collar was. Hasan's excuse was that she has a fat neck.
I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's here we can.
It's you have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
She's like, it's she has a lot of neck meat. That's what it is.
A reason why the collar could be so tight is for the prongs to reach contact with her skin, though Hasan kept repeating the neck meat lie when his other excuses failed. Detective Retard XQC began investigating the collar itself, noticing how it looked almost exactly like the Educator ET300 Mini.
Bang, 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 bang. So what is that? The canine handler. I don't know. They need to get better names of this shit. Yo, the handler. Come on, bro. Tactical collar. Jesus.
XQC is out here solving some of life's greatest mysteries. Maybe next you'll finally uncover Taylor Lorenz's true age. Oh look, the collar's for sale. This will make a great Christmas gift for any annoying family members.
Coco, you're changing.
Twitter user MDMA Enjoyer bought the collar, holding it in the exact same way that Hasan did.
It looks exactly the same, bro. Look at that. And then from like the right angle, like in the shadow, no reflection, you could totally say it's all one piece and there's no electrical tape. And you take off the tape. Matches up. Exact same. Like there's the prong, there's the other prong, there's the charger port. I think on the older one, which is the one he has, or maybe it's just because it's worn, this screw right here, either the paint wore off so it became silver, or it was just unpainted in the other one. But exact same thing.
But no, this can't be. Hasan doesn't use a shock collar on his dog. It's not like he admitted to it on a FaZe Lacey stream.
I have the best trainer in San Diego.
Oh yeah.
His name is Pat. Do you send him for 2?
He trained my dog too.
And my dog.
Brian.
You send him for 2 weeks? 2 or 3 weeks. You have to, bro.
What does he get trained to do?
Everything. Shock on, strong collar, shock collar.
He'll get training to like basically be off collar. Like you don't need to ever have a leash on him.
Really?
Do you know Kaya?
My dog?
Cooking with Kaya?
No, my dog.
Oh no.
Well, dude, we have the.
Oh yeah, I met your dog. It's basketball man.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have the best.
Hang on, Rob. Didn't his friend Caroline Kwan say it's not a shock collar? The same Caroline Kwan who's dating Will Neff? One of Hasan's friends? Someone who has a massive incentive to stay on Hasan's good side?
I know it probably doesn't matter to you because you're going to believe what you want to believe and from the sources you want to believe it from. And that's why, like, doesn't matter what I or anyone else says, but it's not a shock collar. I've seen that collar. I've used that collar before. I've babysat that dog.
But then Hasan's other friend, Cutie Cinderella, said it was a shock collar, just that it also had a vibrate mode.
No, there's no shock. Like, the electric prongs are taken out of it.
But here's my thing, right?
Like, it's only a vibrate. Like, there's a setting for vibrate and there's a setting for shock.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So there's only since the prongs are in it only vibrates.
Her boyfriend even corroborated this, believing that Hasan lied about owning the collar.
Do I think Hasan shocks his dog? I have no fucking clue. I think he lied about having a shock collar. I think he 100% had a shock collar based off what's on my For You page. Maybe I'm getting psyoped. He's adamant that he hasn't shocked her. But that 100% is a shock collar, as a fact. I feel like that shit is 100% a shock collar.
When your whipping boys are saying this shit about you, you know you fucked up big time. It's just undeniable at this point that he used a shock collar. I mean, here's footage from last Christmas where you can visibly see the shock collar remote on his desk, which he quickly hides once realizing it's in frame.
Yes, again.
Hi, Jack.
And I love how he's letting his friends do all the hard work setting up that tree, while Hasan is just sitting on his ass eating. But nah, if you're a Hasan fan, you just gotta ignore all that. His girlfriend said he didn't shock the dog, you just have to believe her.
The clip was really bad. It was so bad. And it's understandable why everyone was freaking out about it, but I can verify that Kaya is the most loved and spoiled and just the most well-trained and best little baby, or big baby, that I have ever been around.
And then, she starts morally grandstanding by bringing up Palestine.
You would think that this kind of outrage, we would have seen it towards like the genocide and stuff, but you know, this priorities in this world are not where they should be.
And I'm just gonna come out and say that Hasan is an animal abuser. There's clips of this guy pulling on his old dog's tail, which can severely damage their spine and cause chronic pain.
Come here. Hey. Motherfucker, come here. Stay. No, come here. Stay. If you run right now, I'll fucking kill you. Like, I'll actually kill you, okay? In front of everyone. Stay.
And there's another old clip where you can see a bruise on Fish's neck, possibly caused by the prong collar he used on him. He was even called out for using it back in 2017. Hasan has continued to deny the use of a shock collar, doubling down to this very day. His many orbiters failed to sweep this up, so he's instead trying to downplay it all, summing it up to be cancel culture gone wrong.
Yet another instance of Hasan gets canceled by everybody on the internet.
About damn time. That's what I've been
about
saying.
damn time. And this time it's for, like, I was a real piece of shit for buying a house.
Yeah.
I was a real
Yeah,
piece
I
of shit
agree.
for leasing a Porsche.
I've been thinking about
But
that.
in this circumstance, it is probably the most, like, far out there and furthest from the truth incident of all time. I've been getting canceled for abusing my dog, Kaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A clip went around very quickly, and to be fair,
It's a very convincing clip.
Yeah, it's not
like
good.
an insanely like.
It's not good.
The timing is horrible in that
It's
clip.
awful timing. I'm reaching. I should stop reaching for zinc canisters in general. Now, every time Kaya actually walks,
He
to
was
her,
reaching.
Every time Kaya actually walks to her cot, I literally just put my hands up. I'm like, I didn't do anything.
This whole situation is very Pirate Software coded, though instead of loving dogs a little too much, Hasan is the complete opposite.
As far as I understand, like the Pirate Software stuff, like if he had just simply stood aside and was like, I fucked up, you know, and took ownership over it, like it never would have exploded to the degree that it did.
And now, CollarGate has become mainstream, to the point where even big news outlets and even Fox News are covering it live on air. He'll forever be known as the Dog Zapper, tarnishing his image to any normal person who would ever want to watch him. Now, while I don't think that CollarGate is going to completely ruin his career, it's definitely tainted his public image, even amongst the normie streamers he's attempted to assimilate into. Now more than ever, you will get chewed out, and rightfully so. Especially since these friends of his try to be as non-controversial as possible, which never works, because these people have always been insufferable pieces of shit. During CollarGate, Hasan recorded a podcast of Pokimane and Lily Pichu, though a message went up on their Patreon explaining that it wouldn't be released. This faced backlash from both sides, one calling them cowards for not platforming Hasan due to public pressure, and the other questioning why they want to hang out with this loser in the first place. Pokey then threw her staff under the bus by claiming they made the decision, insinuating she was going to fire them. Hasan also wasn't nominated at all for any category during this year's Streamer Awards, because it's clear to most that QTC usually rigs these so that her friends can win. It feels like Hasan is getting eaten alive by his own audience as well, and it's clearly getting to him. He recently went on this insane rant, basically admitting to being blackpilled on all things politics. It starts because an audience member wants him to discuss Graham Plattner's 2026 Senate campaign, and he gets strangely annoyed.
Please shut the fuck up about Graham Plattner right now, okay? We're done with the Graham Plattner shit. You can be as annoying as you want to when we get to it, okay? Please shut the fuck up about Graham Plattner. I want to fucking Brian kill me. I can't stand any of you dumb fucks in this goddamn chat. Oh my fucking God, I hate the left. I hate liberalism. I hate everything that's going on every single fucking day of the goddamn week. I hate my life. I hate fucking streaming. I hate socialism. I hate every single fucking person who thinks that the peak of activism is just being the most annoying, holier than thou, the most ultimately woke leftist. You did it. You have unlocked the fucking nihilism within me, okay? I am black-pilled. Nothing will ever get better. We are never gonna make it out. We can't even have a normal fucking non-hostile goddamn conversation on any of these issues. Everybody just simply wants to fucking chirp into the wind because they have no power and they recognize their utter powerlessness in the face of unjustifiable constructs that we fucking exist under. And the best possible fucking thing you can do is just be goddamn annoying, okay?
I don't feel bad for him at all here. He spent years cultivating an incredibly annoying, politically performative, rabid fan base, and hates it when some of that energy bounces back onto him. He inspired them to be massive cunts. Hasan could simply ignore these chatters, but he actively chooses to focus on them because he's an insecure, unhinged loser.
People say you can stop listening to them. It doesn't work that way, man. It literally does not work that way. I can't stop listening to fucking people in the chat when, like, I work hard to fucking make sure that this community is a certain way and believes in certain values and is, like, nice and fun and a pleasurable experience. A million times over, I've talked about how the reason why I love streaming is because of the fucking chat, okay? Because of this community. And, like, when it's been fucking, it feels like it's been invaded by outside sources that, like, have been able to dramatically alter the mood and the attitudes within the chat. And you say, like, well, you focus on the negative comments, but, like, it's literally just non-stop. There's, like, for every fucking dipshit that I ban, there's 20 others that take their place. Like an endless barrage of fucking people just constantly being like, you're bad, you're fucked up. Oh, you gave this person money? You probably did it for fucking evil reasons because you're evil. The underlying principle is that you're a grifter and you're fucking evil. That is literally all I fucking see on the internet. Replies on Twitter, like, I go to Reddit, it's like fucking endless sea of people being like, you're fucking evil, you're fucking evil, you're fucking evil, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad. It's making me lose my fucking mind. Okay? Everything I do, every little thing I do, there is never anything I can do that's right. There's just like an endless sea of fucking weirdos who track every single thing I do. They dox me. They fucking send SWAT teams to my fucking house. I'm sick and tired of it, dude. They harass my family members. There, I said it. I openly said it, okay? That's what the fuck is going on behind the goddamn scenes all the fucking time. I'm sick and tired of it, dude.
You know, I'd feel bad for that last part. If Hasan wasn't quick to ignore that behavior from his own fans, much of his fans have congregated onto the Leftovers H3 subreddit, which is meant to A-log Ethan Klein, and post unverified gossip about him. 4 of its moderators also moderate Hasan's subreddit, and if you want to learn more about that, go watch this video here by The Law. It shows irrefutable proof that his mods are engaging in misinformation against Ethan. It's incredibly bizarre, especially since Hasan has called out this behavior before.
I've also maintained the position that I think snark Reddits are genuinely not good for people's mental health. This is something that I have talked about before, time and time again. I don't think that I don't think it's a healthy thing to do. Hate watching, especially as someone who personally has a shit ton of hate watchers and content creators who are actively engaging in the hate watching and creating communities around hate watching. I know what that does to a person's mentality.
Gonna use the E word for a sec, but you would think Hasan would share some empathy with Ethan, since in his own words, he's been doxxed. These snark Reddits where Hasan's community is part of actually dox where Ethan works.
Here they are. Here's the mods doxing our office. Yes, this is actually a real screenshot. Hi, I know you're on break, so I'll just drop this info here in case you need it in the future. We found the H3 studio and Teddy Fresh actual address. On the right is H3, on the left is TF. Studio listing, here's the link. It's identical to the H3, here's their address. This is fucking insane. These are the moderators. This isn't even like the community members. These are the people running the fucking subreddit.
Now I do think it's unfair to completely tie Hasan to these people, if he's not fully aware of what's going on, but I kind of doubt that. During his debate with Ethan, he was getting notes from a guy named Chris CPS, a name clearly meant to reference the false CPS calls made on Ethan, the same ones instigated by these subreddits. The cope was that this person was always called Chris CPS, as it stands for a sports team, but that acronym makes no sense at all. This sort of behavior is also right up Hasan's alley. Back in 2021, he encouraged his fans to DDoS an anti-abortion website. I'm pro-choice, and even I think that's insanely retarded and counterproductive. And also DDoSing is a federal crime.
It would be terrible if everyone fucking routinely DDoS those narc hotlines that they've set up. That would be really horrible. I would be so upset if people were to keep routinely fucking DDoSing and you know, spamming those links with, like, I don't know, Sonic porn, Shrek porn, numerous other kinds of weird things that you find on the internet. I mean, how horrible would that be? Fuck, man. You should definitely not use that bot that people are putting in the chat. I mean, definitely don't do that. Yeah, especially don't send cussy porn. If you were to do such a thing, I would be horrified. Now, that just disrupts the process a little bit. It doesn't matter. Ultimately, they'll still be able to get... But, yeah, a TikToker has made a script to flood Texas abortion whistleblower site with fake information. An easy-to-use iOS shortcut lets non-technical users bombard the site according to Motherboard's test. Man, I'm really worried about covering this.
Okay, so here's the...
I mean, that would be so bad if people did that. So I probably shouldn't cover this, exactly detailing how you could do that.
Unfortunately, the IP banned me. Found out this morning.
Wait, who the fuck is that guy? Is that Shonda Black? My favorite type of car? By the way, Hasan spends the next 15 minutes encouraging his fans to do this, even suggesting they not use a VPN. I sure do hope they never use one.
See, the reason why I talked in front of such a massive audience of fucking developers and coders and whatnot on such a particular subject is because I wanted to remind you of the dangers of doing a horrible thing like this, a totally immoral thing that you should not do. Anyway, man, I just, it's better to know about how to, do this sort of stuff so you just don't do that.
And this is the same guy who spent years whining and complaining about how terrible livestream fails is, a subreddit that clips embarrassing streamer moments. Hasan has spent years trying to get himself banned off the subreddit, partially due to his massive insecurities.
I've been done. I asked to be taken off LSF. I purposely tried to get myself banned. They banned me for a little bit, but then, the drama was too good for them, so they decided to put me back in forcibly, against my will, against my wishes. And there's not really much I can do when, one of the largest subreddits decides, no, we're going to still farm off of hatred of you. So much so that, like, actual fucking Nazis were talking about how they want to murder me, but, like, haha, in a joking way, which ended up getting to the top of that subreddit numerous times with a lot of the supporters of said person fucking enjoying that.
Hasan Piker, I'm coming to kill you!
He tried again in 2024, saying this in a private conversation with one of the LSF mods. Hey, can I please get taken off LSF, like, permanently? I just don't understand why I still get harassed for 2 years now. Like, this has become a lol count thing for the Destiny Brigaders at this point. It's formulaic. It's not about accountability or truth. It's just dunking on me for my view count getting lower. Don't understand why that is even remotely relevant to the Twitch discourse. It's been like this for years now. Hey, which threads are you talking about specifically? The one dunking on you for your low view count has already been removed at this time, as we found it violating our rules. I assume they will post again later, and brigaded about how the mods are protecting me or some shit. Meanwhile, he's doing exactly that, running to them for help after someone mocked him for his low view count. The point is, it's all LSF is for many. Just no utility beyond a place to try and get people to join a lolcow forum on another subreddit. For me, I mean. For others, it seems fine. Been way worse since the gambling drama, which got XQC to also start doing the same shit. Wah, someone made fun of me on the internet. Gotta pressure people to take it down. This guy is just a pussy cockroach. No other way to say it. He'll refuse to own up to his 9/11 comment. He'll wuss out on a fight with Sam Hyde, while crashing out on anyone who mentions it. He'll refuse to debate an internet shitposter, instead debating 16-year-olds. He'll refuse to cover certain drama if it makes his side look bad. He'll downplay his true beliefs in certain moments. He'll make edgy jokes and then walk them back if he gets enough backlash. And he'll constantly whine about all the hate he's getting and urge people to ban it, while encouraging his fans to do the exact same thing. Hasan, you are a cowardly grifter, and I hate you, and I wish you broke your back in the TwitchCon foam pit.
Oh, screen photo?
Here.
Yeah. Ready? Hey, free Kaya. Free Kaya.